See. Hi, besties. Welcome to Bunny After Dark, the Jess Machado show, like annex or whatever. Oh, wait. I thought that this was erasable. Thank goodness I did this with like really great like script. It is not erasable. I checked it too. It does not. we are perpetually in scene 2, take 1. Hi, besties. Hi, Amber. Hi, Ruth. Hi. I saw somebody saying, is she usually late? It depends. It depends. Am I getting a call? Am I getting a text? I need a second because I have to share. For some reason, this does not go live on my hi, Melanie's here. It does not go live on my personal Facebook. It goes live on my regular one. Everybody can hear me well. There is a construction crew right outside this door. Not literally had to move a ladder for me to get in here. We have like these new heating ducts, and they're doing it for everybody. And the guy's like, "Oh, let me move the thing out of the way." And I was like, "Okay." I was like, "Are you here all night?" And he goes, "Yep, till 10 o'clock." And I was like, "Awesome." Didn't think we could hear it. Can hear it loud as day. I'm sure you guys can't. Hi, funeral lady Amy. Hi. I would have walked under that ladder. Think I look stunning. I dyed my hair. We gave it a little refresh. Don't worry. I brought the box so you'll all know exactly what one it is. It's for my show and tell. Hi. I felt actually this is a little too glam. I'm even looking at it now. Oh my God, the noise.
The whole time we've been here for an hour.
No noise. I feel like this outfit is a little too glam. It's too don't. Erin is in a very rich mood. Can you guys hear it? Can you guys hear the saws and the drills? I bet they can't hear it. No. Wait, meow. Lauren's here. Meow. Nobody can hear it. Hold.
Can you hear that?
They can't hear it. I know I didn't wear black. I said on Wednesdays we were. Oh my God. Listen, can we look at the shirt? This is giving court. This is giving defendant. This is giving. This is not the look I was going for. Jeff C is not here. Jeff C's at home. He doesn't come on Wednesdays because we talk about him on Wednesdays. Hi. Erin has black on. She got the memo and did it. Stacy Lynn is here for this. Oh, welcome, Stacy, newly married. Stacy. Hi. Erin got the merch already. All right, so hi. Welcome. I missed everybody. Does rich mean feisty? Yeah, I think that's the word. Listen, I don't have it in me to deal with trolls in the chat today. So I don't know if Erin knows how to time people out, but she has my permission to time people out. She was booting people. I did something this weekend and posted about my trip to New Hampshire, and some raging liberal must have shared it on like Blue Sky, and then they all came over to Twitter, and I was getting so many comments from these people. BLT, I'll behave, I swear. No, you have permission to. You have free reign. Do whatever you'd like. So yeah, I'm not blocking people, but some people I had to block because it's too much. Like I don't want it's too much with these liberal people. But they all followed me. Exactly. So somebody like came in the chat or whatever and was like, "Oh, but you followed them and then you unfollowed." I don't look at I follow like 1,000 people, and I didn't unfollow. Yes, I unfollowed them just so it would show that I have to follow them back. I don't follow people, and it's nothing personal. It's my algorithm. I want my algorithm to stay virgin and pure. I don't want anything this is too tight and too much. It's not slutty enough for Bunny After Dark. If I didn't love this shirt so much, what does that say? Maybe if this shirt wasn't one of my favorites, I would cut it and whore it up. But I also have this in black. I have an issue. My kids know this. Anytime I see a shirt I really love, I buy it in every color. This is just, it's not. Liberals are exhausting. We're going to try to have a show. We're going to try to get out of here on time. But if those guys are outside at 10, there's another guy here. If they're still out here past 10, I'm staying past 10. You can't kick me out. If they're here, maybe there's no alarm tonight because they're doing their thing. We're gonna figure it out. Love me some Jess Machado after a long ass Wednesday. Same. Take it off. We're gonna have to make this a members only show if that's the case. I don't like not doing a show. Not good to skip last week. Not good to skip Saturday. Don't like it. Kept feeling like something was missing. Kept like feeling the urge to like connect, even though I was like, I've got to stay off my phone. So let's do a quick show and tell. Then here's what we're going to go over tonight. We're going to go over, we're going to do a show and tell. Then we're going to go over my trip to New Hampshire. Then we're going to go over Meredith. Then we're going to go over Sue O'Connell. It's okay. It's necessary. Erin just, in case you couldn't hear it, Erin went, ugh. She went, ugh.
I didn't say, oh,
Sorry, hold on, go ahead, go.
yours.
Yeah.
I didn't mean it like that. Like, ugh, Sue, I don't know her. I know you got to know her like in the trials and stuff, but I can't place the tweets lately. You know, like for somebody that didn't follow her, like I can't tell. She's like trying to say one thing and then like not trying to, it's like mental, what is it? Like,
Gymnastics.
yes, trying to follow what that is. Yeah, that was all. Hi, everybody. Happy Wednesday.
I love Sue, but I have a take on the Sue thing right now. My take is Sue is no, I think she's my friend. Like, first of all, like we're not good. My thing here is, I think many of these mainstream people are probably like, what are these independent journalists doing? And they get to like make a living and they get to say what they want and they have no rules. So that was actually my thing I'm going to say to Sue is like, let me map it out for you on coming over and becoming an independent journalist. You're going to hit the ground running. You've got a base. You've got a TikTok. I don't even have a TikTok. So leave mainstream media, do your own thing and advocate for your beliefs as an independent commentator / journalist. I am over mainstream media. We're going to talk about why when we get to that. And then we're going to do an unboxing. I have one unboxing. I'm almost positive I know what it is. I think it's Taylor Swift stuff. And we have a bestie that sent me something. So I think that's what it is. Let's do, I only had one item for, can you please share this? Smash that subscribe. I can't even say it with a straight face. Smash that subscribe button. And I think man knocking on the door. We should interview that guy out there. Just call him in. Yeah. Sue's being silly. We'll go over it and we'll talk about it. Anyway, let's do show and tell. We have to do ears for show and tell. Can I wait before we do? Can I say hi to everybody? Let me grab a cup of coffee and a gummy. Erin asked if she could have a gummy when she got here, and I'm like, you can do whatever you want. We should definitely do a show where I do a gummy. Can we sleep here? Can we sleep? We'd have to go to the bathroom once before it gets shut down, and then we couldn't go to the bathroom again. We can stay in the room. No, there's no thing in this room. It's in the hallway. A gummy show. All right, let's do show and tell. As you can tell, I have not taken advantage of Rob Roy Academy's offer to have them do my hair and makeup. I want to explain to you how I get this unbelievably gorgeous look. I use what my grandma used. It's L'Oreal Preference. This is 8.5A, but we go through phases. So when we're in our blonde era, we don't use 8.5A. We use like a little bit of less platinum blonde first. And then when we need to touch up, we go with this one. Okay. So let's show you this L'Oreal. Yes, Amy must. We go with 8.5A L'Oreal Preference Old School Box Tie. And then let's talk about how we put this on and what this application looks like. I have a tank top that is my hair dye tank top. It's absolutely destroyed. I use that, but and I know this is going to sound diabolical, but whatever. I don't use gloves, and I actually don't even want to say it because I know people are going to go absolutely mental. As a stylist, no. Well, I mean, how else could I achieve this? How else could we get this? Sure. Erin's saying go to Sally's, you mix it in a bowl. No, not when I tell you how I do this. So then what we do is we squeeze it directly into my hand. Well, first we take the top and we put it up, and then we just get the sides. We squeeze a little bit of our hands, and then we go like this, and then we just use our fingers like claws, and we go like this. So let's take the ears out, and you'll probably be able to tell. We just go like this. We just use our fingers and we comb through, right? Underneath first. We're doing underneath first. And then we squeeze more box dye in my hands. And then we go like this. And then we claw. And then we take the top down and we just claw through. We never saturate. We never like fully put a lot on. We never do 2 box dyes. This isn't a fully saturated dye job. This is, we Edward Scissorhands it to the max. And then you get this.
Can't relate.
No. You're a savage. Meanwhile, my producer spends $400 to get her hair. Her hair looks like a $400. This looks like a, and sometimes I use my points, like my coupons from Walgreens. So this is a little cheaper. This is like an $8.99 box.
I think it's like 2 weeks.
Erin wants me to clarify that for the record, she thinks it's $280 plus tip, with plus a big fat tip on top of it. Yeah, I tip myself. I say, Jessica, you did an amazing job. Erin, my oldest daughter, also spends an egregious amount of money on her hair. And actually, she and Erin bond over that because they do the same thing. They lighten to oblivion. Melanie goes every 6 weeks. I don't know what that is, but I always have a box of this in my bathroom just in case it's time. Now, I do sometimes go red, and I have like this kind of like nutty. Blondes are expensive, but we are worth it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Will you come over here on this side?
Sure.
Let's put our blondes up against each other. Let's just see. Let's look.
Oh, you have so much light.
Let's just, no, you're here. You're good. Okay. So what you're looking at here is you're looking at
Hi.
You're
Okay, we
looking-
should do this all night. We should just use one.
you're looking at a $300 dye job, professionally
We're a
done.
few weeks out. It's the blended. It's the lived in.
It's the lived in blended look. Yes. And then on this side,
I'm a few weeks overdue though.
you see this brassy orange mess. Yeah, Erin's hair has depth. We're not even going to lift up mine because look, who knows what's underneath? We're not sure. What's this look like?
I can't see it.
Oh, look at us on the.
We're delayed.
So that's that. Yeah, you can tell. Yeah, this is Erin has Dave Mattias. You can tell. I know, Dave. I know.
Are we
Yes, thank you.
done? Look, can we see
Thanks.
from here? In full. Isn't it bright?
Yeah, it is great. Erin wants everybody to know though that it runs small. That's a large. And it's not big enough for her. Not the brassy. This is brassy. Erin's hair is the same as mine. Mary. Yes, one day when I make it big, when this show makes the big time, when I am like Alex Cooper status and I get picked up by Spotify, her hair looks amazing. I will. This is a product of poverty. It's really what it is. This is it. I do the best that I can. Although I do have my Rob Roy people who are offering to like come in and help. I bet they could do it great. I have to maybe just invest. It feels so for Mother's Day. I don't know if anybody knows this, but just before the Karen Reed trial, my hair had not been cut since the last Karen Reed trial. And so I said, I'm going to go and I'm going to cut my hair. I'm going to go get a haircut. and I picked a picture. I don't do this because I do this myself also, snippy snip. And I went and got my hair cut, and the person butchered it. Like I'm talking I had bangs. Like they're still here. This is from Karen Reed. Okay. So it was a disaster, and it like definitely fucked with my mental health. As you know, if your hair is not right, it does not work. It was not good. For Mother's Day, my family purchased me a very luxurious hair.
Which is where I met my girl.
Yes, so they paid for me to go get my hair done where Erin gets her hair done. Or not anymore, but that's where she met the girl. And I didn't even know how to really explain to the girl what I wanted. And I'm not kidding you. It honestly didn't even look that great. Essentially, what I wanted to do was I wanted to get out of the red, and I wanted to get to like a brown so that I could highlight it. And $250 later, I never got to it. And so I'm just doing it myself. Hi, Karen. Welcome. One time I have gotten my hair cut one time in a year. It's past. My hair used to be super, super long.
So, not that anyone cares, but I used to only go once a year. It was my birthday present to myself every year. And it would just last when I was young before I had grays and stuff. And, now 10, 15 years later, I have to go all the time. So it is a treat for me, but I did only go once a year at one time. But what happens? We get old when this happens. That's all.
What I love most is my bathroom sink has like the remnants of all my hair dyes of years past. It just stains the sink just a little bit. It's an investment. I just, me, I cannot. Car sneakers hair is what Erin does. Ooh. I like going to places. I like doing things. I have one. Wait, we'll get to New Hampshire. I have one. Get a Flowbee. I have one. There's the Portuguese journalist. Who's that? Who's the Portuguese journalist? I have one more thing I'm going to say. So I had these earrings on when I came in, and I said to Erin, "Which one of these do you like better? This one or this one?" And Erin picked these, and she said these. She said these look like sex toys, and she's like 50 Shades of Grey, and she's like, "Oh yeah, right, you haven't seen that either." I have not seen 50 Shades of Grey. Also, can I also tell you something? I saw the cutest little cartoon clip today, right? Oh, I have the cutest, because this whole thing is I don't see movies. We did a whole thread on it. I don't watch the movies or whatever. They look like anal beads. Correct, Dave. Oh, I shouldn't even mention you because you said my hair looks cheap. I saw this cute clip of like this cartoon, and it was a little girl, and she was helping a turtle get to the ocean, and she put like a leaf over it so that it would be covered from the sun. And then like a seagull came to get it, and she knocked the seagull out of the way, and she like gets closer to the water, and he finally gets in, and then she's standing there, and she's so cute, and then all of a sudden like the ocean pulls back a little bit, and then there's a shell, and then like she goes and gets the shell, and then the ocean like spreads a little bit more, and she keeps walking in, and she gets another shell. It's Moana, but I've never seen Moana, and so I was I didn't know. I was like, this is such a cute little YouTube short. It just came up on my reels. Had no idea until the very last second when a guy comes running from the thing. He goes, Moana, and I was like, shit, this is the Disney movie. I didn't know. I have never seen it. What movie? Is it Moana that has the song where there's two mountains at the end?
Oh, yeah.
Is that Moana? Yeah, I like that song. Yeah. The lava, I love you. Yeah. Well, anyway, I have never seen Moana, but I thought it was just a really cute clip. So whoever made the YouTube little short, that's made me want to watch it. Now I'm going to go watch it. She's little, and then she gets big, like teenage big, or she's still little big?
Yeah, like teenage big.
You know how many Moanas have showed up at my house on Halloween, and I've just never, doesn't resonate with me. I would not know. All right, let's talk about New Hampshire first, and then we'll talk about Meredith, and then we'll talk about Sue, and then we'll talk about, I'm not sure. I'll take questions from you. So
What about the Dunkin' Donuts ad campaign for Halloween?
the Dunkin' Donuts ad campaign for Halloween,
Yeah, they started last year.
is that the one where they're snarky on Instagram?
Spider.
The spider is snarky.
Goblin.
Yeah.
Girl goes to you, but she goblin.
I saw the best. What did I see today that was just like, this is really, oh, it's a dentist in Texas. And it's like a point of view of the person, and the door to the dentist's office opens. They're kind of decent, good looking guys giving like,
I'm not looking in here because people will see it. I'm sorry.
and the I can't look at Erin anymore. The dentist opens, there's music playing, and one dentist opens the door and the other one hands the phone to the girl behind the camera, and it says, come on and get your teeth clean. You can use our phone. Your ex blocked you. Come in and get your teeth clean, and you can search him on our socials or whatever.
There's a Mercedes account too that I stumbled across. Same thing. That was like a trendy thing for a minute where they were like, "Oh, your ex blocks you," you know what I mean, to give you the phone. But that Mercedes account has just gotten so much better. I'll have to send you one after, or maybe we can watch it. But sometimes they use music. So, but there was one that came up last night, and it was like a coworker of there, and they were like, when the marketing team made so and so famous instead of you, because the guy's gone crazy. It's just so funny. It's very
Marketing team, yeah.
yeah, very, very nifty. Very.
With that being said, if you have an ex that you'd like me to stalk for you on socials, I am always available to do that. We start a little side business. We can. I know most of the women on here can probably do the same thing, but I bet you all can find somebody within 2 seconds. In the mom group chat, if a name comes in, within 5 minutes, we've all got everything we need to know about the person. We have a lot. I have hoes in all different area codes. I got people in all different industries. One can get me this, one can get me that, one can get me that, one can get me this. That's why I know who stabbed Will Flanagan before anybody else did, because I got peeps everywhere. We'll talk about that when we talk about Sue. Jeffrey Machado works very hard. He is a project manager for a company, and he works pretty hard, and he doesn't miss a day out of work ever. And he has accumulated 4 weeks of vacation, and we have not gone on a vacation. We went to Hampton Beach for a weekend. I think we did a couple of day things, but we needed to give Jeffrey but those are family vacations. We needed to give Jeff a weekend away with no kids, no responsibilities, nothing. And so I was looking into going to Lincoln, New Hampshire, which is where we've gone with the kids. But Jeff and I have also occasionally gone on our own, and we absolutely love it. Please remove your social security number and add episode 2 for yes, I will. There are some things I'm going to pause for a second. This is a business, and
This is very accurate.
this is a business, and we have some things that we need to get done. And sometimes we just don't get them done. Erin works for free.
But I also work all day.
But she also has another job, and she works all day. So we went to Hampton Beach. Yikes. What do you mean Hampton Beach is so fun with the kids. It's so fun. The water, such good waves. It's perfectly clean. It's a little cold, but it was great. Anyway, we went to Hampton Beach this weekend, like my whole family and the kids and my sister, and everybody was great. Jeffrey and I were trying to go to Lincoln. Not a long notice. I didn't really plan this out. I start looking at the place where we stayed last year, and I specifically recall that this place was $175 for a Saturday night. The reason I know that is because I booked a cabin instead, and when we pulled up to the cabin, it looked like I was going to get murdered there. And so pictures of what?
Your hotel, is that what you said?
Oh, I didn't even post them or share them anywhere. Did I send them to? I spit all over this microphone.
I thought you were talking about the
No. There's another horror story. But the one last year was not good, and we didn't even open or go into the cabin. I was just like, I'm not fucking staying here, Jeff. We are going to get killed. We were checking in at like 4:00, 5:00, and there was nobody else there. So I was like, I'm not doing it. So I called Riverwalk in in Lincoln, and they had a room for $175, and I booked it, and we just drove up the street and we went there. So I remember it was 175 because like with the 150 from the other cabin or 125 for the other cabin, I spent like $300 for the night, whatever. This year, going to Riverwalk was like $425. The Holiday Inn in Lincoln was $550 for a Saturday night. I could not get anything that was relatively inexpensive. Many places wanted 2 nights at minimum. And I was asking about this when I called places. I was like, what is going on? And they said they have no help to clean the hotels. And so, in an effort to deal with what staff they have, they make it a mandatory 2-night stay. I don't believe them, but whatever. I just saw OBX in the chat, and we vacationed there several times. We love it, but now it is you can't afford to go. This I'm like hype or whatever. The cost of vacations has got me so upset because that's the only thing Erin saying hair or what, like my thing is we go on a family vacation every year, and the amount of money it's costing to do it is just absolutely crazy. But anyway, so could not find anything in Lincoln. North Conway, worse. And so Jeff and I were like, do we want to drive to Philadelphia? Because we love Philly. And we were thinking about it. Yeah. Oh, yeah. We were thinking about going. And I was starting to look up places to stay. And I used to live down there. So I was like, we could do it. And then Jeff sent me a link to Kittery, Maine. And I looked at it. I've never been to Kittery, Maine. And I was like, we'll go. And then I was like, there's nothing really here. I was like, but Portsmouth is right over there. They're right across like the bridge. We'll go to Portsmouth. We go to Portsmouth. And hi, Thunder Thighs 84. So Jeff takes off the Friday. We don't even leave until Saturday morning, very, very early. But Friday, Jeff was great. Friday, Jeff was in a great mood. Everything was great. Saturday morning, Jeff and I get up and it's just great mood. Jeff is in a great, great mood, like just happy. And also, all of my kids had all of these things to do. I wasn't like I was leaving them home and like they were bored. And I don't even know why I care if they're bored. They're teenagers and 24 years old, but like everybody had something to do and everybody was helping each other. And my oldest was taking charge. And it was actually a true vacation for the weekend because I didn't have to do anything, which never, Jeffrey is not always in a good mood. You shush it, East Coast Thrifter 4558. You don't even know. Yeah, you missed last Saturday. So we are just going up there and the drive is great and we're listening to music and everything is great. And then I had found like where we were going to go get a coffee. I was like, let's go to this place right here. And then we get in and it's just not good. Everybody it wasn't really good. First of all, I just want to say the aesthetic of Portsmouth is extraordinary. It's old buildings. A lot of them have retained like their structural integrity. They look the same with just some little updates. I mean, I loved everything about the physical location of Portsmouth. It was beautiful. And we also lucked out. We had like a 62-degree day. It was sunny. It was great. Can you imagine us walking from our vehicle and walking into this coffee shop? And I was almost like right then and there. And Jeffrey was in such a good mood that like even the Black Lives Matter t-shirt on the barista did not affect him in the way it normally would. If we were local, he would have probably been saying things like that people could hear, but he was just like fine with it. And I walk in, I was like, great. And then on the wall, it's like every barista's name is there and all of their pronouns are listed, like Z, Z, za, Z, zoo. And I was just like, fuck me. Like, I'm fucking done already. Like, I'm done with this place. I pull out my phone and I'm like, should we find another place? And Jeff's like, let's just eat here. Like, stop it. And I was like, okay, great. We're standing in line and there is a bookshelf and there's some sort of like Trans Lives Matter shit on there. We get to the thing. It's fine. Get the coffee. We sit down. And as I'm walking to my seat, I see a QR code sticker for abortions. It says needed an abortion. And I was like, there is just no way that that is what I'm seeing here. It's just topping it all off. And so I grab it and I pick it up and I'm looking at it and I'm like, yeah, so that's where I was sitting. I look at it and I was like, yeah, it's legit. And so I hated it. I hated everything about it. And Jeff is like, just, it's fine. And Jeff just like, again, was in such a great mood. I was forcing myself to just be okay. And so we left there and everything was a-okay. We start walking. Nothing's going to make me feel better than being able to like walk and shop a little bit. We walk into the first store and it's got all these great socks. And I'm like, for the kids. Yes. And so we're fine. Lady was nice. Great. I don't see any flags. I don't see any like virtue signaling. I'm great. We walk to the next location. All the flags, all the pride flags, all the things. Still don't care. I'm going in. It's a candy store. What I'm going. Let's go. We're doing this. We can do this. It doesn't matter. We go. And then we start walking around a little bit more. I saw a really great bag. It said only whores can see this. And I was like, I want that. And Jeffrey, great mood. Jeff, great mood. We walk all the way down and then like, it's kind of like a horseshoe, I guess. And instead of going on the other side of the street, I said, let's go all the way down, go around, and then come up, and then we'll go on the other side and we'll go up around the other way. We find this record store. I collect records, if you remember, show and tell. So I'm in there and Jeff's like, I got to go to the bathroom. I was like, okay, I'm flipping through the records. And he calls and he's like, I'm outside. I'm not going to come back in. And I was like, okay. And he's like, you're not going to be happy. And I went, why? And he's like, you're just not going to be happy. And I was like, okay, I'll be right out. I bought my album. I go outside. The album was a Robert Palmer album. And I think, did I get the Robert Palmer album or did I get the Elton John album? I can't remember actually. It's still in the bag. What did I take for you guys? Nothing. Can you imagine? Nothing. I took nothing on this trip. I did. I took money, and I'll explain to that in a minute. I took cash, actually. And so, yeah, it was a Robert Palmer album. Simply Irresistible, but not that album. And so we get out, and as I get out, I get to the bottom of the steps, and like 4 people walk past me holding No Kings signs. And I went, I know my face was just like, Jeff, no. Now I know it's No King's Day. I know the rallies are all over the place. Did I ever think that there was going to be one in Portsmouth, New Hampshire? Absolutely not. I went to Portsmouth, New Hampshire like 13 years ago, and I don't remember one thing being liberal. I was there for a day. Right. Did I not do my recon? Did I not look? Did I not type in which fucking towns in New Hampshire are fucking, left-leaning liberal hellholes? I did not look. I just remembered when I went the last time, I thought it was great, and I never saw or felt any of those things. Am I a little bit more cognizant now? No, I've always been this. I was a Republican when I was there 11 years ago. Will I check next time? 100%. I'm going to take it to the chat. Like, you all have a responsibility to tell me not to go to a place. So I get now that's it. Now I am like, it's here. It's here. Let's go look. So we're walking up the street, and now you can hear the horns and you can hear the chatter and you can hear the people. And it's like that, like, I don't know what it is, but it's like that, hey ho, we won't go. But it's like something else they're saying, but it's like they're singing and whatever. And I get the fuck up there and I'm like, they were not there when I started at the coffee place. Because if I had seen that, I would have just been like, we're done. I would have started to come up with plan B at that point, but I didn't. So they all gathered while we were down shopping at the other end. And then we get back up, and it's exactly what you saw on TV. Everybody is over the age of 50. Everybody looks very geriatric. Everybody looks weak and feeble. And except this fucker, this guy, he's your organizer. So that guy right there, I asked, he organized it. He had tons and tons of signs. So in this video, he's basically saying, who wants to hold this sign? I've got plenty of other signs. And it took everything I had not to say me. I wanted it so bad. And Jeff was like, I said, then let me record. Let me go and ask. Let me ask questions. And he's like, can you not work? Can you just not work for one day? And I was like, you're right. I'm not going to do it. Was there a missed opportunity? 100%. This guy was crazy. He is the liberal version of me at a Trump rally where I'm like, do you need a sign? Do you need a flag? Can I help you? Thank you so much for coming. Cause that's what he says. Thank you for coming. We pause. I take some photos. There's an old, this was the new thing. Everybody's saying, I am Antifa. Like old people in like LL Bean vests with signs that say, I am, it says, I am Antifa. And I was like, "Oh, great. Awesome. Are you sure? Like, are you sure?" So this whole thing happens. We go past this area. And at this point, I can't move one foot without being infiltrated by people. They're all coming from a location down the street. Obviously, they're parking I'm hearing buses. I don't know. And they all are just walking together. And then we walk past this area. We go down. And I'm just kind of like, at this point, it's time to start getting on Google and looking for like other things to do. And Jeff's like, well, let's see if we can do like an early check-in. So I say, okay, so we call the hotel and we ask for an early check-in and they're telling us no. And I said, are you sure? And she goes, well, we can charge you $25 for an early check-in at 2 instead of 4. At this point, it's 1. So I said, let's go grab an appetizer at a place away from this, down around the corner. Actually, a place where we went 12 years ago. And then when we're done, we'll go check in. We had actually a really great meal. Like we got a bunch of apps like crab cakes and chowder and shrimp cocktail. I had my first beverage, actually my only beverage, might have been my only beverage. I didn't drink. And it was fine. Had some trinkets and things for the kids. I bought some stuff, got my album, like, okay, let's go. Get to the hotel and it is mayhem. And by the way, I posted the picture of the QR abortion code thing and my phone was pinging so much. I had to shut it off because liberals were going crazy. We get to the hotel. So this is a Best Western in Portsmouth. And we go check into our room. And it's bad. It's really bad. So I booked on a third-party website. Oh, you can put them on. Yeah, you got pics? Yeah. This is a bathroom. This is a bathroom. I got dragged for picking a Best Western. If I'm using this for my hair, do you think I'm spending $500 a night on a hotel? I'm just not. I'm a thrifty girl. It was really, really, really bad. It also smelled, and I'm hypersensitive to shit like that, and my face started like tingling, and I was just like, get me out of here. So that's the new room. So we go downstairs to the lobby. And I'm like, listen, I don't know what's going on, but when I Googled this hotel, this is not what it looks like. And the woman is just basically like, listen, ma'am, you booked through a third party. If they didn't show you the room. And I was like, well, I can't find any pictures of your hotel looking like this. And she's like, but it looks. So now at this point, I really would have preferred Jeff take the reins on this. And he just did not. He was high and just really relaxed. And so
Shame.
Stacy did comment and she's like, hi, we kind of know each other. Why did you not call me? Because when I think of Stacy Face Travels, I think I've got to get I've got to get on a plane and I've got to go. That's the kind of vacation I want. I didn't think of Stacy. So I know. Noted. Jeff was just like so chill. He was just like, I could sleep here. And I'm going to be honest with you. Do you know what I said to him? I said, you're not fucking me on that bed. We are not having sex on that bed. Do not, no, it's not happening. That got him up out of his chair. And he was just like, let me go to the lobby. So he goes to the lobby and he's like, come on, let's go back out and talk. So we grab all of our stuff. We go to the lobby and they say, we have no rooms. We're booked. And I said, great. Okay. I would like a refund. And she goes, we don't have anybody on site that can issue the refund. There's no manager here. And I go, I need a refund, at least started before I leave, so I can go and book at another place. Right? Yeah, attaboy. So she comes back to the desk and she goes, now keep in mind, now it's like 2:30, right? Because we got there like around 2:25. It's 2:30. Check-ins at 4. We were going to pay for the thing. She comes back and she goes, we have 2 emergency rooms that are really nice. She's like, and we can put you in one of those. And I was like, thank fucking God, let's go. And I said, what does it look like? And she goes, oh, it looks like, what you saw on the internet when you looked this up the first way. I said, great. She starts going, she's like this. And I was like, okay, everything's fine. Like, let's go. And she goes, we're going to have to upcharge you. And I'm just going to tell you right now, at that point, I was like, if they're going to charge me $50 for an upgrade, I am fine. No problem. Take my fucking money. Get me in a room. I want to go. $245 upgrade. And that is when this eye started twitching and my hands started going like this. And I was like, okay, yeah, no. Why do I have to pay for this? Absolutely not. Jeff goes out and has like a cigarette, does not come back. Now I'm in the lobby. And there's a man, an older man, he's got a veteran hat on, Iraqi war veteran hat on. And I'm explaining it like this. And I'm going, so I booked online at a third party. This is the room that I thought I was getting. The room isn't inhabitable. I have this other room. You want me to, and the man is nodding his head every second of the way. He's just like, And that empowered me even more, because if this man agreed with me, then God bless the USA, I'm getting my room. So she's like, I'll call hotel management and see. She comes back and she goes, I'm sorry, you have to pay the upgrade. And I was like, I'll take your corporate number. And she goes, it's on our website. And I was like, this bitch. I said, great. Can I use your phone to do it? And she goes, our phone? And I went, yeah, can I use your phone right there? And she goes, no. And I was like, okay. I just pull out my phone. Jeff was back from a cigarette. He already found the number. Jeff just wants to have sex. So Jeff is like, got the number on his phone and he's like, here you go. I was like, okay, no problem. I eventually got the room for free, the upgrade for free. But it required me speaking to 3 different people. They had to refund my money. I had to become a Best Western Rewards member and get 10,000 points that they can't just comp you a room. They had to like gift me the points. I had to like agree to be a member, which I didn't want to do because fuck them. And then so then I get the points, and it's because they're individually owned. And so they can't override the owners, and the owners would not give me the room because they're not from this country and they don't care. They're not like people who have built these hotels. They are part of a big group that, yes, 100%, by the way, dealt with migrants, and they're a bigger group. They own these hotels. They don't care, whatever. Next month's sponsor, Best One. I'm not done with them. And so they don't care. They're just like, pay the fucking money or get the fuck out, right? Blah, 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 blah. Meanwhile, Jeff is starting to see things go awry, and he finds a Best Western up the street 7 miles away. And he's like, can they just get us in over there? That place was willing to take us at a discounted rate, but it was still going to be like $175. I wasn't getting a refund from that. And I'm going, no, and I got to drive this whole thing. Finally got them to do this whole magician act. We get the points, we get the room. And the poor girl has to actually now check me into the room that I had to advocate for in her lobby in front of, and now it's 4:00. Now it's 4:00. It's an hour and a half. She's trying to, now all the people are showing up, right? And I don't care, let everybody know. And then I recognize those people don't care because they're booked in the nice part of the hotel. None of those people are in the bad part of the hotel where I saw what those people look like, and those people live there. So we were in a transient part of the hotel, and decisions were made. I just don't, whatever. I don't know. And so I should have just paid more money, because my argument was, for the cost of the hotel room and the upgrade fee, I could have stayed right in Portsmouth for $500, but then I would have been surrounded by raging liberals. So there was no fucking way out of this situation. It was just not good. We finally get into the room. Erin showed it. It was very, very nice. It was really great. It was perfect. It was great. Um, and we were like, we're going to go to the Gaslight, which somebody had recommended. We were going to go to the Goat, which is this bar that we wanted to go to, and they were all like pumpkined out and Halloweened out. We I have sex with Jeff. We take showers, we get dressed. Now we're like a little better. Now I'm like, we're gonna turn this around. We're gonna make the most of it. We stop by the Goat first, and they say it's an hour wait. And we're like, no problem. We go up to the center of the area. All the liberals are gone. There's like a jazz quartet of young kids, very great and happy. We walk across the street to the bar where we went last time we were there, and we order a drink. We're like, we've got 45 minutes. No sooner did my fucking drink get there, did they text me and go, are you ready? First of all, it was the craziest text of all time. It wasn't like, hey, your table, it was ready. It goes, do you still want it? And I was like, who is this? And what are you talking about? And they're like, your table. And I was like, yeah. And they were like, okay. And I was like, so like now? And Jeff is like pounding his drink. We get down there, we walk in, and since we checked in, there is now a birthday party. It is, listen, my daughter went to UConn, and we went up for Parents Weekend several years, and there's a bar there that everybody would go to, and you can't move, and it's like a COVID super spreader event. This bar was just like that. They sat us down, and there were people standing all around us with drinks and yelling and talking. I could not hear Jeff. The food was fantastic. I got to tell you, the food was really great. But at this point, I don't know, like I'm trying to make the best of it, but I'm like not happy at all. I'm just not happy. And again, Jeff is just in bliss. He's just like, it's great. I don't care. This is great. If I had let him, Jeff would have got up and stood at the bar with all of the young kids and started like doing shots. Probably was hoping I would let him do that. He could have. I don't care. It's not me. I'm too old for that. So this is at the Goat. And so we're sitting there waiting for a check. The food was fantastic. I got like some burger. It was like a chicken parm burger. It was like pesto, and it was great. The food was fantastic. You just couldn't hear anything, and there was nowhere to go. And there's like a TV screen up on the wall, and Jeff's points, and he's like, look, it's advertising Hampton Beach. And he's like, we should go to Hampton Beach. And I went, how far away is it? And I Google it, and it's like 16 minutes away. And I was like, really? Like we were just there, but I had no idea where it was. And so Jeff goes, let's go to Hampton Beach. Let's take a drive out to Hampton Beach. We'll go see what's open, go to a restaurant. There's a casino there. I was like, all right, let's go. I fell asleep in the car. We get to Hampton Beach. We pull onto the street, and yeah, it's absolutely dead because it's the off season. There's sand dunes in the street. Actually, there was sand all on the sides of the street, and I was like, I think we've got to call this a night. I'm already plotting that we're going to have to go away another weekend because this is a wash. Hopefully on Sunday we're going to have a better day, and we're just done. So Jeff, listen, there's nothing my husband loves more. He likes being at a casino so he can drink and smoke at the same time. It's not about the casino per se. It's about you can't smoke in bars anymore, but you can smoke in casino bars and casinos. So, and I'm okay too. We'll sit at slot machines. We'll play. So we walk in, and the first thing you hear is karaoke, and this girl can't sing. It sounds like kittens in a burlap bag going over a bridge. It was really, really bad. And we walk in, and it's just very smoky, and I'm like, okay, it's fine. Somebody just said she's out at the casino right now. So we go in, and Jeff grabs a drink. I grab a Shirley Temple. And we're in the room, and it's just smoky. And then I'm sitting at a slot machine, and two local guys come on the side of me. It's actually probably the best part of the night. And they're like, you're winning. I was like, I just got here. And he's like, I won earlier today. And the other guy's like, you didn't win today. What the fuck you talking about? And they're like fighting on the side of me like this. And I was just like, this is great. I love this. And so we go into the other room because the smoke is just too much. And Jeff's like, you want to go? And I was like, yeah, no, we'll stay a little bit more. It's all right. I'm going to go sit over here and I'm going to play. So I'm sitting down and he's at another machine and he's like, I'm going to go upstairs and have a cigarette because we were in the non-smoking area. And I said, okay. And he's like, when you want to leave? And I was like, I've got like $40 left in this machine. I'll just play this and then we'll leave. He walks away. I push a button. I hit a bonus, which was fun. And it's like fireball things and all of these numbers stop coming up and then a ball pops up at the top and it says major. And I'm like, did I just fucking win a jackpot on a slot machine in a casino at Hampton Beach after running away from Portsmouth, New Hampshire? And indeed I did. The woman on the side of me is just like, oh my God, you just won a major jackpot. And I was like, yeah, I did. I called Jeff. I go, hey, I was like, you want to come back down here? I was like, I just won a jackpot. He goes, fuck you, like that. I was like, no, I just won a jackpot. So Jeff comes downstairs and a lady comes over and she goes, congratulations. I was like, hi. She goes, I'll take your driver's license. And I was like, okay. And I give her my license and Jeff is just like, I cannot believe that just happened. And I was like, it was almost just like, wait, here, I took my phone out. Look, major.
She just got the major. Shut up.
There
I
is
know.
volume.
Shut up. I know.
That's the lady on the
I
side
can't
of me.
believe it. On a $1.50 bet, nonetheless.
And the lady on the side of me was just like, you won a major. It was so fun. And so I got like a really great it was retribution. It was reparations for what I had to do all day with all those crazy liberals around. And that, I won like $1,100 when it was all said and done. And so yeah, it was really, really great. It was like $1,100, basically financed the whole trip. It was I'm sorry from the universe. Sky Daddy gave me a refund. I mean, I wish I had done that first because then I would have just like gone and splurged on a better hotel, but I had no drinks at the casino. Shirley Temple's for me. But we left there and it was just like, okay, like, you know what? Because my money is like so valuable to me and I very rarely go on trips. And so I think part of it was getting me down was that like, I don't know, I spent hard-earned money and Jeff's money to go on this trip and it sucked and it wasn't what we thought it was. I could afford a hair appointment. And so it made me feel instantly better. I was like, fuck it, we're playing on house money at this point. So we ended up going back. We stopped and got snacks. Wouldn't have happened if you did it that way. You're right. You're right. And so we went to bed. What? No wonder you're spending $20 a morning on drinks. Erin is so mad at me. We have to come up with a new solution to beverages. I totally agree. Somebody said more birdseed. I know. Should have sex more. I do, but it's different because it's in my house and like my kids are there, and it's like very different. Hotel sex is very different. Erin's loving that one, by the way. I'm gonna make my own at home, Melanie. I know. So we got back and our room had 2 queen beds. So Jeffrey slept in his bed. I slept in mine. I had a very luxurious sleep. It was great. Woke up, went and had breakfast, then went to Kittery, Maine, went to the Gap outlet, which is all I really wanted to do in Kittery, and bought my kids a bunch of clothes. And they were so happy. I bought myself a good sweatsuit. That's all I got. Jeff was living his best 2000s life and he got a red Gap hoodie. GAP, navy blue with the white trim and a red hoodie. Could not wait to put that shit on and start talking about what it was like in high school. The guy was like so thrilled. So then we go there and we just buy some stuff, bought the kids stuff. And then we're like, okay, let's go for a drive. Pretty much no different than what we do like here, but we go for a drive and we ended up going down the best road all along the coast. I had a revelation while I was doing it, by the way, just so everybody knows. First of all, every house that we passed looked like a house in a movie. I don't even know how to explain it. Like one house looked like Sleepless in Seattle house, like on the water. Like every house was artistic, crafty, stylish, old. None of it was new. None of it was fabricated. It was all just like very, I just won money, sex is different too. Yeah. And it was just like different. I didn't get Erin a Gap hoodie. She didn't come with them. Erin goes, I didn't go on vacation with them. I didn't get any souvenirs. And then every house was just like, so while I was driving, I just looked at Jeff and I was just like, I don't know if anybody else is like this, and maybe nobody is. I withhold like my creativity and my decorating to very basic stuff because I don't know what it is. My house is just very basic and very plain. And I don't add like my artistic flair or my style to it. I don't know why. It's probably because I've moved a lot in my life and I always feel like it's not permanent. I mean, we've been there for 10 years at this point, so I probably could, but like there's something about it where I can't make it more my own. It's very basic. You know what I mean? Like it's not what I want it to be. It's not like the houses I saw. I was just like, I have that in me. I could make my house look like that. I could decorate like that. I just don't. And I don't know why. And I need to. So that was my revelation on my drive. We've got to like make the house a little bit more like different. You know what I mean? Like I have art. Like I have tons of art. I've painted, I've drawn, both. Like both. Like I don't know. I need to do a little bit more. So that's how I was feeling. We ended up finding this really, really great place, like on the water. We had to walk down. I think it's closed for the season, but like we've got to go back. And so it ended up being like a really, really great trip. And Sunday was a great day. Then we went to like some outpost in Maine, and it was like this big store. It just had it was just great. It was really, really great. Sunday was great. Saturday was terrible. If it's not your forever home. Yeah, I mean, this is my forever home, so I probably should, but I've moved a lot. So that was the trip. And then I posted some of those things. I posted some of my No Kings Rally stuff, and then I got all these liberals coming out of the woodwork. I like if sorry you had to breathe the same air. That bitch who talked about me on her podcast, it was her. I'm just going to say this just so we're clear. If you can, go to my replies. Do not. Saturday was being awake during surgery. Yes. I just want to. I know people with liberal, left leaning ideas. Democrats exist on X. I know those people are there. I do not follow them, and I do not go to their page. I do not wake up in the morning and check their shit. If I did, I would think I was a loser. I'm a loser if I do that. If I wake up and that's who I'm thinking of. And then if I went to their page and I saw something that didn't align with my views, I would never comment something mean about it. Even if I did, I would definitely be like, try to like make a better argument and convince them otherwise. But like, I would never like come and shit on people. Like, stay in your space. I'll stay in mine. I want to do what I want. You do what you want. I'm never going to cross over. And I just think so lowly of the people. Who is this? Who is that?
That's her, right? Sorry,
Rebecca yes.
That was her. Somebody said who?
First of all, this woman, I didn't even know this person existed until somebody said, hey, this bitch was talking about you on her podcast one day, right? And so we played it. Or what is my first show, second show, whatever. I still don't go to her. I forgot about her until she showed up in my comments. So this is what I mean. I'm sorry, but how pathetic is it, Rebecca? Is it Rebecca Lavoie? What's her name? Rebecca. How pathetic is it that like you're sitting on your couch in your house, which I'm sure is very nice, and you got your phone in your lap and you're on X and you're like scrolling through, and then you hit the search bar and you type in Jess Machado show. That has to be the most pathetic existence of all time. You aren't coming there because you think I'm pretty. You aren't going there because you like what I say. You're going there to see what I say so that you can comment something shitty about it. That is the most pathetic existence. I would it's a waste of energy. I would never do it ever. And there are people I strongly dislike and I don't go to their shit. If I ever did, it would be to see if they were talking about me. But like this woman, I've never talked about her. So she's got to come and like, you know what I mean? It's just so, it's very pathetic, sad look, Rebecca, to be quite honest with you. Her name is it's Rebecca Lavoie, and she has a podcast with 30 million views. And I love that for her. But she has that many views, but still goes to my page and like is just like weird. So I don't know what she's doing. But anyway, that was New Hamp Hamp, as we affectionately call it. My husband and I, in cat language, you call it New Hamp Hamp. Jeff loved it. Jeff took Monday off, and so I like didn't work a lot. Jeff was very happy. Happy. She works for NPR. Becky, how is the guy that owns the dispensary doing? Let's talk about Will. So my thing is, I don't know if we want to watch the video. So I know Will. So Will Flanagan, former mayor of Fall River, was stabbed and is in critical but stable condition. The last I heard, I'm actually just going to check really quickly to see if I have an update. Let me take a quick peek. I don't have an update. I just saw something so. He's in rough shape. He's in rough shape. Sorry, Jess, sorry. I needed the emoji explanation. Which one? I don't know what that means, Karen. Tell me. So yeah, so Will is former mayor of Fall River. The video is out there. I don't think I want to play it. I actually it's bothering me that Will is just such a nice guy, you know what I mean? And I've been talking to Will a little bit more lately because he became a registered Republican, was considering somebody said new hump hump, not new hamp hamp, new hump hump. He was considering a run for office. And so you know, I was not a big fan of Will's when he was mayor. I actually, you know, advocated for him to be Flanagan actually was his nickname. But I have since changed my take on Will, and I certainly do not wish this upon anybody, especially him. So last I heard, he was in critical. I'm not going to share a couple of things I've heard from people a little bit closer, just because it hasn't made its way out there yet. But I would definitely keep him in your thoughts, and I hope that he gets on the mend soon. So that's that pretty crazy situation. I'll talk about that in a minute, but we'll talk about the Sue thing later. All right. I do not want him hurt and attacked no matter what happened in the past. Yeah, 100%. I mean, oh yeah, Lauren knows. Yeah, Lauren. That's right. Yeah, so we don't Will's a really great guy, and this is just crazy. The guy had a rap sheet a mile long, and out a year early, literally just had a case, has actually had a case almost every year since 2013. And when he didn't have a case, it was like he was incarcerated during that time. So it was the only time that he did not have a case was when he was like behind bars. Definitely needed mental health evaluations and never got them. I mean, it's the system in Massachusetts overall. So there's that. All right, so let's do, hold on, I have a message. Let me check this. Okay. All right, so let me cross that off my list. New Hamp Pimp is done. All right. Let's talk Act 2. Act 2. Sue is crashing out. We'll talk about that. Let's clear the air about some stuff, because I said I was going in an order and we're not going to go in. Erin just went, again. All right. First of all, congratulations to Aiden Carney, who had his charges dropped today in the Commonwealth versus Aiden Carney in relation to Lindsay Gattani and all of that bullshit. So congratulations. I'm sure everybody's going to be talking about it. I'm not going to talk about it right this second. If we have some time, we will. I did message your favorite bestie, Kate Peter, and asked her if she wanted to give me a statement on the charges being dropped. And she said, quote, Jess, LOL, you're admittedly hiding things you know, not very journalistic. But I think it's best that the Commonwealth focus their energy on the viable cases they have and the ongoing investigation rather than 20 screaming phone calls a day from Lindsay Gattani, end quote. So there's that. All right, so let's clear the air about something here. All right. Not this past week, the week before, or just somewhere in that time. Just not like in the last cluster of the weekend, but just before that. I got a message from someone that said, "Hey, Meredith O'Neill, Aiden's former girlfriend, is saying that you shared the audio of Karen Reed and Aiden, and it was you." And I actually left that message on read. So I had been on this self-imposed exile, wanted to back away from everything. I think it's very obvious the reason I wanted to back away from this stuff is because I could not say all of the things I wanted to say. I also, despite what people think, I'm not here to like fuck shit up. So I was basically just like, okay, whatever. We're going to go through the timeline on this in a second. So I left that on read, and I didn't really acknowledge I didn't acknowledge the message. I also don't really know that person very well. I know like who they are on X, but I didn't know that person well. So it was just like whatever. Like, did I want to ask more questions? 100%. Did I ask more questions? I didn't. And then I got a message on X and said, "I'm going to send you something. Need your number." And I got a text, and it included which has been now around, but it's a screenshot of text messages between Meredith and, is it Nikki, I guess? Like, I don't even know who, I don't even know who these people are. I know who Meredith is. And so I'm with Jeff, I think, Friday. I think I got it first on Friday. And first of all, it came to me in a text. And so you know how it was grainy. And of course, I don't have an iPhone. So I got an Android. So by the time it gets to me, the quality isn't great. And I'm like trying to like pause it, but I can't see the line. And I'm like fucking skimming through it. And I was like, what the fuck is this? And then I see it was Jess. And I'm going, what is this? And I say, okay, I'm going to look. I don't look right then. I get home. I'm sitting on the couch, and I'm literally trying to send this thing from my text to my laptop so I can open it. And I'm reading through it. And what I'm reading is messages between Meredith and another person. And Meredith is stating in the messages that it was me who did these things. So let me pull up that so I can go point by point and I can deal with this, because I'll pull it up in a second. I'm going to pull it up. But I got that. Now I'm like, so I'm going to walk you through this. Now I'm going, okay. So now this is the second person that's sending me this. The first person didn't send it to me, is just telling me. Now this person is sending this. And first of all, I'm just going to let you know, I read it and I'm going, fuck this. Okay. Fuck this bitch. Fuck this. Because none of this is true. But I am, again, like, we're not getting involved. We're staying out of it. So I don't say anything. Did I want to say anything? 100%. Did I? No. I was like, I'm not going to do it. Then I got this shit from like 4 or 5 other people. Some accounts of people I don't like, some accounts of people who I know, like of or whatever. And I'm getting this shit. And now I'm going, so, okay, so this is cool. This is making its rounds. And it's this private message. And love this for me, right? And at a minute or two, to a couple people, I mean, I said, "Listen, this isn't true. This is not accurate. Like, you can believe me or not, but it's not me." Some people are going, "Oh, I agree. I'm sure it wasn't," or, and somebody was like, "Oh, okay. Oh, I believe you," or whatever. It was a mess. So then it gets posted online. So now somebody shares it, and I don't even know who, because I swear on my grandmother's soul, Alice Oliveira, I do not know who some of these people are. They are just accounts and names. I don't know who's allies. I just don't. I mean, yes, I know who Kate Peter is and Lindsay is, but and I know who Flipperhead is, and I know who Chris Koala is, but I don't know all of the other people. And so somebody shares it, and a bestie messages me with it and says, "Bestie, is this legit? Is this?" And I was like, now we're gonna talk about it, because Meredith is a beloved person in the Karen Reed Turtle Boy community, and people like her and believe her. And so my problem I had is that people were going to believe this. And I'm not going to allow that. If you want to talk other things or lie about other people, I don't really care. You're not going to lie about me, and I'm not going to let it go. So to these people, I'm like, this is not true. I'm not going to prove to you in a message. I'm just denouncing it right then and there. But at some point, I started to weigh whether or not leaving this unchecked is actually going to make people think it was me. Silence shows guilt or whatever. So I was like weighing it out. Yesterday with Jeff, I'm explaining to him the situation. I can't explain to Erin because Erin hates this. This part, she hates it. She says she doesn't watch Love Island for the same reason. So she's like, so I'm explaining it to Jeff and blah, 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 blah. And Jeff's asking me, like, why won't you, what, since when do you hold back giving your opinion on something or whatever? And I was just like, I don't want to give Aiden grief with Meredith. And, so that was my main reason. Like, I don't want to give him grief or whatever. So I just was like, I don't know. So let me pull it up, because that's actually, let me just grab it. I don't want to just say something it's not accurate. Whose comment? Meredith is in the chat? Sure. Did you tell Jeff that you accused me twice publicly first, and that I accused you in a private text based on information I was given at the time? First of all, I told him more than that. And if you want, I'll tell it all here too. Don't bait me, Meredith, okay? Don't. Let me just pull it up.
Oh, wait. Oh, now I feel bad. In good times and bad. Erin, that was a promise. I'm sorry.
Hold on.
I don't know what that one has to be, right? Because I was just checking.
I don't, is it? I don't know. I don't.
There's one that says oh, but it's not her. And I literally started checking the participants as soon as you started saying that. But
Jeffrey knows everything, just so we're clear. He may not like absorb it and he may not understand it, but like Jeff and Erin know all of the things. Unlike a bunch of you, they can be trusted. They're vaults. And me too, by the way. Why am I having a hard time finding this? Hold on. I'm allowed to take a minute. I know that.
I'm proud of you.
I am. I'm taking a minute.
Time. Where's my little DVD?
Erin always tries to tell me to take my time. Okay, got it. All right.
What happens when you take your time?
All right. So let's get to this one thing. So there's just, it's Nikki, whoever Nikki is, going back and forth, blah, 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 blah. Keeps going. It says nothing to do with me. I don't really know. Blah, 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 blah. Blah, blah, blah. Keeps going. This is just annoying. Oh, this is actually the bad version. It's kind of like cloudy. More has nothing to do with me. More. I don't know what's going on here. I don't know these two like know each other or whatever. Okay, here. Perfect. Okay. Nikki, whoever Nikki is, says, I won't share anything, I promise. I think the only thing I ever even publicly was, I think, what you told Nick first. I do not understand all of these things. I don't know what all of this is about. Not that you shared it or sent it to Karen or anything. I genuinely have no idea who would have sent it around, but I have zero doubts that Aiden sent it to his friends and it probably got spread around that way. And Meredith says it was Jess. Sure. So she says, I'm sorry of accusing you in a private text, but you accused me first on public on YouTube. Right. Okay. So I'm just going to I don't care about that. So because at this point, this is said with confidence. Okay. It was Jess. It was not Jess Machado. It was not Jess Machado. There is not one single message, text, inbox, anything, phone call, anything from me to anybody about any audio at all whatsoever. That is actual fact. This is a lie. Okay. This is a lie. It was not me. I don't know who your sources are, but it's not true. And I'm going to tell you why I think it's you in a minute. So then this person, Nikki, responds and goes, oh, wow, that's actually crazy that he hasn't defended you against that, because that rumor has basically just been accepted as fact at this point about you having access to all of his accounts. Ugh, this is so disgusting. And he's behaving like this. I don't understand how it's gotten to this point. And then she goes, Jess sent it to Karen or Jess sent it around to other people, to which Meredith replies, unclear, but out of all the people he played it for and based on her behavior since, I'd guess her. You're dumb. You have no brain cells. I don't know how else to say that. I don't know if you dye your hair too much. I don't know what your fucking problem is, Meredith, but like that's not accurate. And what is actually my better take on this is that it was you, and you're putting it out there that it was me to take it off of you. That's my take on it, because I do believe you had access to his shit, and I do believe that you got his stuff, and I do believe that you told people about it, and I do believe that you shared it, and I do believe that that's how it crossed the threshold of going from friends to public because of you. That's my take. Not as a journalist, just as a person, based on everything I know about you. You said, but based of all of her behavior, yeah, based on your behavior, I think it was you, actually. I think your behavior lends to you being pissed off at your ex-boyfriend and you're vindictive. And so I think like you wanted to fuck him over. And I think he won't ever go against you because he's like done going against crazy ex-girlfriends. And so he's just like trying to just be like cordial, and gold star on the forehead to Aiden for that. And I don't really fucking care, but like, you're a liar. You're a liar. To which the next statement is, yep, some days I'm tempted to just make a long ass post and explain everything, but he doesn't want me to, and he'll just turn everyone against me. Here's a hot take. Everybody should turn against you now because you're crazy, actually. That's my take. My take is that the things I've seen and the things that you do and the behaviors that you exhibit are of somebody that nobody should trust at all. Nobody should trust you. You are conniving. You are making shit up. You are concocting bullshit lies. None of it is true. And you know it. You know this isn't, you know it wasn't me.
Your behavior though, what was she getting at?
My behavior of like backing away from Aiden. So I was like, basically, okay, we're gonna go back to that in a second. Nikki goes, that'd be crazy. Do you think he thinks it was Jess too? Love this one. Yes. He caught her sharing a Signal message with Karen a couple of weekends ago. So
Oh.
how do Erin asked me a great question. How often do I talk to Karen Reed? Never. Never talked to her. Ever. I don't have Karen's number. I don't know how to talk to her. I do have Nathan's number, and I haven't texted Nathan in months since I did the thing with him. What was it? Don't. He caught her sharing a Signal message with Karen a couple of weekends ago. That's not true. That is also another lie. If Aiden told you that or he thought that, that's fine. Remember the show 2 Saturdays ago when I was late? So just before that show started, Aiden texted me and he said, Kate Peter shared a screenshot of a Signal message between Aiden and Karen. I had seen that message. Aiden had sent me a screenshot of that days earlier. And then Saturday was my show. The night before, he sent me that screenshot a second time, and I didn't acknowledge it because I actually thought it was like a mistake because I had already seen it. And I'll be honest with you, the stuff between Aiden and Karen, I stay out of it because I don't think everybody's going to like my take. So I kind of stay out of it. But he sent it to me a second time, and I was just like, why is he sending this again? Like, whatever, I don't care. Well, the next morning, just before I went on air, he's like, Kate Peters got that screenshot. And I was like, oh, how'd she get it? And he goes, I only sent it to one person. I sent it to you. Erin was here. Jeff was here. I got so angry that I heard Aiden on the phone essentially say to me that I took a screenshot and sent it to somebody. I actually almost broke my phone. I slammed the table. I went out and I hung up with him. I was actually the first time I ever raised my voice to him. I screamed. Yes, I know about the Apple Watch. Give me a minute. So I screamed. I was so mad. And I was like, what the fuck is happening here? Like, what is happening here? I've already said I've sent a screenshot or two of Aiden talking about like his breakup, nothing personal, to Tina and Courtney when we were friendly because I thought that these were his people who cared about him. And so but never, listen, I delete all of the things Aiden sends me before I go to bed. I don't have a cloud. I don't have anything. You guys know, throw the phones in the river. I don't want anything on my phone. And I'm not saying there's anything bad. I'm just saying, first of all, every time I talk to Aiden, I think the feds are listening anyway. It's just how I feel. So like, but I don't retain stuff and I don't share it. My life would be easier if I could share my text messages. I'm just not that person. I'm not Meredith. So when he said this, I actually felt like other people were telling him this. He had it confused or whatever. I did not send it, and it sent me because somebody else did it, or Aiden was setting me up to say it. And I was just like, if he's doing that, like this again makes me feel like it's time to step back. I don't judge Aiden because he is like guerrilla warfare. Today is a perfect example. Look at everything he has gone through. And by the way, I have followed Aiden's case from the beginning. I was the first person, you can check Wikipedia, to interview Aiden when he was in jail. I was the first person to cover his case because nobody was. I have followed his case, especially the Lindsay Gattani shit. I uncovered all of that stuff about her court cases and her restraining orders. So like, I'm more invested in Aiden's case than I ever was in Karen's case, just so we're clear. So I believe there is serious trauma with Aiden and what has happened to him. And I do not blame Aiden for any way that he operates. You can come at me in the comments. I don't really care. If that guy, and I'm not saying he did here or whatever, I'm saying if Aiden needed to record a conversation between he and I for his self or his benefit, whatever. Like that guy has been through it. You had people fucking lie about him. You had people put him in jail. You had people accuse him of rape. You had people accuse him of assault. I have my own trauma with that stuff. I also act a certain way. People know how I am. Like I don't trust anybody. You've heard me say it 1,000 times. So I think TB tested his mole theory, telling different people lies to see who opened up their mouths. Well, I can tell you it wasn't me. And I'm going to tell you something. He didn't tell me that. And I don't really like that. It didn't feel really great and friendly to me because I was like, I have no reason to lie. I don't need to be friends with Aiden for views. I don't need any of that shit. So I personally think he overtrusts people and he puts himself in positions because he doesn't fucking, anyway. I did not send anything to anybody, but this is now out there as Meredith's words saying that I did it. Then she says, she's obsessed with saying she's Aiden's only bestie, the only one Aiden can trust. Yet she's constantly creating these situations so she can be the one to save him. That is not true. That is not true. So I'm going to tell you, let me just write a note about that because I want to say something. Okay. She's constantly creating these situations so she can be the one to save him. First of all, I haven't saved him for anything. Second of all, I don't create shit. Third of all, people ask me to do shit and maybe I do it and maybe I don't. If I do it, you know about it. Nurse Kim said Aiden gave you hers and the Glera's names to see if those were the names that got repeated. First of all, I'm just going to be honest with you. Those names came to me and they went straight to the internet. I didn't call anybody, text anybody, send a screenshot to anybody. I didn't do shit. I literally got those names from Aiden and I shared it because I was also one of those people. So I'm not there. I don't know what that's a great little theory there. I don't even really believe that. Okay. I'm just letting you know. We're going to do a hypothetical in a second. Like when she did her space and called Kim and Will liars. She was well aware that they were lying to protect Aiden, but she wanted to insert herself into it. That's not true. So realistically, let me tell you exactly how, because this will probably click in some people's heads who actually pay attention to this. I was going to be releasing the whole audio. The audio that was supposedly going around, I had asked for it. If you go back, you'll remember I had posted, I wanted the audio. Somebody send it to me. Send it to me. And I wrongfully, well, not wrongfully, I don't know because I didn't communicate with anybody. I only got a clip of it. And the clip was a clip that nobody has heard before. It's a clip of Karen not sounding great. And I said, I got this clip, but this isn't what I want. I had already heard the video. I had already heard the audio. And I was going to put it out there. I was asked by some people to put it out. I was like totally fine with it. I said, I don't have a problem putting it out. I don't really care. I just put out the Flipperhead audio. I don't really care. I was going to put it out. But I wasn't going to put it out and pretend to you, all of you, that the first time I heard it was when I got it from whoever sent it to me in Proton Mail. I wasn't going to do that. I wasn't going to fucking lie. So if people want me to put the audio out, show the whole truth, show the whole audio, okay. I don't have a problem doing that, but I'm not going to fucking lie to my followers and be like, I just got this and I listened to it and I can't believe it. No, I had already heard it. Everybody has already heard it. So I wasn't going to lie. I have no idea who sent it to me in Proton Mail. I have no way of checking that. I don't even know. Proton Mail is it's an email that's supposedly secure. Like you're not a Gmail or an email. I don't even know if you can trace people, but I don't know how people can trace emails either, like a fake email, but this is Proton Mail and the Joe Flipperhead audio came to me in Proton Mail and the clip I got also came. And I assumed that when I got the whole thing, it was going to be in Proton Mail. So I did my spaces. I said that I heard it and I was just basically like, yeah. And I know other people heard it too. The audio was already in part out there already. Why were people pretending this audio didn't exist? That's my problem I had. It was just like everybody in the world heard audio. I'm not going to sit here and look in this camera and be like, I didn't hear an audio. What audio? Please send me an audio so I can hear an audio. No, I was going to put the audio out. I was going to show the audio, let everybody hear what I heard. And let it just go. Go. Because like in my perspective, just so you know, part audio isn't fair. Part of the audio isn't actually what I heard. I heard more. And so I thought you, and I'm not talking like all these stakeholders and players. I thought me, my besties, my people who like I'm friends, I think they deserved to hear what I heard. And by the way, I don't have it. So I don't have it. I never got it. Um I never made up a fake source about who said the Flipperhead audio. I have no idea who sent me the Flipperhead audio. I'm going to even say something about that. I actually thought it was someone else, like a person. They messaged me on X at almost the same time when I got the Joe Flipperhead audio, and I wrongfully assumed it was that person, and it was not that person. To this day, I don't know exactly. I have an idea of who sent it to me, not Aiden. But I have no idea. There's no way for me to figure out who sent me that. No idea. And that was another thing too. Like I talked to Olivia. I talked to Olivia on the phone. Like I spoke with this person. I know people think it's like not a person, but I spoke with her for a long time. I think we talked 45 minutes, and we talked about this and what she was going through and all this stuff. And I was fine, more than fine, putting that out there. Meredith sent it to you using Proton Mail. She does that all the time. I don't know. I have no idea who sent it to me. So I just didn't feel authentic lying. And that was, the spaces where Aiden was like, call me, and he was calling me. And I was like, first of all, I never said who played it for me. I never said how I heard it, when I heard it, any of those things. I never said how Kim and Will heard it. I never said anything about that. I'm just not going to fucking lie. Like, I'm not going to lie. So people need to stop. So this Meredith here, all of this bullshit is not, I don't create shit. I don't create anything. The reason I backed away is because at some point things started to go from like just listening to him talk about his breakup with you to like all of this other shit. And I don't want to have anything to do with this. And I'm not saying like I wasn't okay with it. Like I was like, okay, it's manageable, but I can't control other people. And that's when it felt like it wasn't controllable. Like I couldn't getting dragged into a lot of stuff. And no offense to anybody, but like it was really slumming it for a while there for what was going on. Jess knows exactly who sent her the flipper. It's the same person who was going to say, no, I don't have no idea who the fuck that is. I have no idea. Let me finish this. This is crazy that this is out here. This is crazy that Meredith is saying this stuff to Nikki, and now this is out here. Like this is crazy. I don't think there was anything else about me, to be honest with you. I'm just gonna let it play for a second and look. I thought there was one more thing where she said something like he was going to stop talking to her or something. Yeah, it's right here. He actually decided to stop talking to her, and she did a whole show once again, making her friendship with him content just fucked up. And just, okay, so then it's about her and how badly he's treated her and blah, blah, fucking blah. Okay. Tina and Courtney made the mayor account to warn everyone about how crazy Meredith was. The mayor account is just not okay. I'm just going to tell you. So we can talk about the watch. Aiden told me he got a watch, and that she took the watch, and she had the watch, and through the watch she had access to all of his shit. By the way, I'm pretty positive that's one of the screenshots I sent to Tina and Courtney, because then Courtney called me and said, you've got to help him lock his shit down. And I was like, I'm not getting him. I don't know him that well. And she's like, tell him to call me. And I was like, I don't know. And Courtney wanted to like reconnect with Aiden because at this point, back it up. Aiden and Meredith were broken up. The watch situation happened. Meredith took the watch. She claimed she didn't have the watch. She didn't have access to the watch. This whole thing is going on. I screenshot this and send this to his paralegal because I think it's important. Erin is struggling. I thought it was important for a legal perspective that like his attorney knew his crazy ex-girlfriend had access to his shit. That's to me is like, you know what I mean? And so Courtney was like basically telling me to tell him I would help him with his passwords. I no. And then I was like, I'm not doing that. And she was like, tell him Courtney, like talking about herself in third person, Courtney can help him. Like, tell him. So I think I sent Aiden a text and was just like, maybe you want to reconnect with Courtney and Tina. Like, they really care about you. And I don't even think he responded to that. Like, or if he did, he was just like, no, or whatever. And Courtney kept asking me, like, how is his stuff? Like, is it safe? Like, is everything? And I was just like, I don't know. Like, I feel like Meredith is fucking with him. That's how I felt. I felt like Meredith was fucking with him. And he would never say anything, and he wasn't saying anything. But this is why I believe Meredith is the person that had access to his phone at the time when things were kind of going around lately. That's my thought process. And some other things too. I'm not going to, not from him, but some other things that I've looked at myself and figured out on myself. And so that's my take. I think that she had access and was looking. And I think like she had done things like she had like, he liked somebody's picture and she like unliked it for him, like through his fucking shit. And I never held back on that with him. I always said to him, I was like, she's fucking nuts. She is nuts. She is just like a classier version of Lindsay at this point. A better mom. She had done all this other stuff with the ex guy, and I had seen those cases and all. So to me, then I see these messages here. And so just take it from my perspective for a second, just so we're on the same page. I know you don't have any proof and you can't believe me, but let's just say I am 100% positive it wasn't me sharing the audio, contacting Karen, all these things like that. Let's just say that. Say we have identified that. Say I threw up some proof here just now, right? And I'm confident it wasn't me. When I see this person, Meredith, telling other people it was me, knowing everything else I know, my problem here is that she is like the patron saint of like Turtle Boy world. Like everybody's like, she's so great and she's so awesome. And she said, listen, I had a problem. I never felt that way. I didn't feel that way. Something standoffish. There's something not right. My girl bestie mom radar is, I think, tight, and I just never picked up the right vibes there. And like, so the problem I'm having is, again, if she wants to exist in this space where I'm hearing she's doing A, B, and C, and she's doing all this shit, as much as I like am a friend to Aiden, which I still am, I'm not going to get involved other than to listen and then maybe give some advice. The minute she starts changing the narrative and trying to deflect off herself and pin it on me, it's fucking on. Okay. So don't fuck with me. Don't say it was me. I didn't do shit. You're wrong. You're lying. A public apology would be perfectly acceptable at this point. I will read some comments. I have no reason to lie. And if I'm withholding or keeping back, I think there's obviously a couple reasons why I'm doing that. I don't want any more fucking drama. I'm not going to go and start some more shit. But I'm going to tell you something. Stop it. Stop. You, Jess, Meredith. Okay, Meredith.
You heard the recording first way before I did. You're a liar. What does that have to do with anything?
No, she had access to it. She had access to his stuff.
What does it matter? Y'all heard it at the same time.
First of all, I'm not really even sure it does matter. What difference does it make? Okay, let's talk about a hypothetical recording that was recorded on Mars between two people because somebody wanted to share with his friends how he was feeling miffed and whatever and whatever. And let's talk about a hypothetical thing. Let's say that hypothetical is accessible through access through a phone or through Facebook or through email, and you have access to it. And you are mad at him because he is now trying to sleep with other people. It's not easy to watch. Erin's right. Thank you, Erin. It's not hard to see him move on, I'm sure. I'm sorry, it's not easy. It's not easy for you to see him move on. However, I do think moving on from relationships is a little bit easier as we get a little bit older. We are not 17, we are not 20. We are like in our 40s. Is she even 40? I don't really even know. But like, oh, sorry. Sorry. Um, fine, fine. I'll take what Erin says. Scorned women do scorned things. Fine. That's my take. By the way, and Erin's saying it's not an excuse. She's just saying breakups are hard. Yes, I agree. I've been there. I know how that feels. I understand sometimes like I'm oversharing and that puts him in a weird position or whatever. I'll be honest with you. I talked to him the other day for a minute or two, and I was like, "Yeah, I'm, I'm, I'm sad. I'm not talking to him anymore. I just thought it was best for me because I'll be honest with you. I get mad that he can't stop talking to her. She hasn't moved on. Give me a fucking break. What? Okay. Yeah, you could write a book. You have like cash money on your fingertips. Um, write a book. This listen, if Meredith has her own shit, I'm going to be honest with you, here's what I would recommend. He has done right by Meredith this whole time. He has done right by her the whole time. There was a point in time where nobody even knew whether they had broken up. I think they handled it on the surface very maturely or whatever, and he did right by her. And she should reciprocate that and stop fucking with him and stay out of his fucking shit and stay out of his accounts. You creepy fucking hacker. Like, listen, I don't know about you, but the minute I knew she had access to his shit and audio started floating around, I like triple authenticated every one of my accounts because I was afraid she could get into my shit. Like, that's how scared I am. Like, Erin is saying when I said I had to back away from him for other reasons and things like this, I started to feel like, what are we dealing with here? We're also dealing with somebody who, in court documents and affidavits, I was able to read, as I'm sure you have as well, that she was able to like hack into her ex's email and send an email to his company and then admit to doing it or whatever. Like, listen to me. Listen to me. First of all, I'm just going to let you know. Yes. I'm just going to say something when it comes to relationships, just in case anybody hasn't figured out. I've left every guy that I've ever been with. Nobody has ever left me. And it's because I can feel it coming. And so then I like bounce. But I'm just going to tell you something. There's nothing that fucks with my head more than the idea of a guy not wanting me that I'm in a relationship with. It is a complete turn off. And I am like turned off and disgusted by that person. And so in my mind, it clicks and I'm like, we are done. Time to move on. I would never grapple? What's the word I'm looking for? You know what I'm talking about. Like, I would never beg. I would never interject myself. It would be too shameful for me. I would just be like, I also would never be able to get past the fact that they might be thinking of somebody else. And so, like, I don't know, grovel. Thank you. Thank you. Oh, all my people. Thank you. So knowing the stuff of the history, Then seeing all of this stuff going on right now, and Aiden steadfastly being like, I can't do anything. I'm not doing anything. I'm not saying anything. I want it to be copacetic. I like her. I love her as a friend. Like, that's what he was telling me. I was going, okay, great for you. But also I'm like, this is crazy. This is crazy. And then, so knowing all of those things in my head, then this shit starts coming around and I start getting this from all over the place. And believe me, there are some people sending it to me who just wanted me to come and torch shit and down. And I said, come on. I was like, I'm not your fodder. Like, this isn't fun for me. There's nothing fun about this. And I actually had to create a whole other show so we could do the shit stuff, because we can't do it on Saturdays because that's where like Journalist Jess is. So I had to make a second show so I could like slum it and talk about this stuff. And I'm not making a fucking $1 million off of these streams. I'm basically just coming here to say that Meredith is lying in those messages. Those messages were private. They were then sent around to people privately, but now they are public. And so this is for my followers. If you are following me and you come across these messages, I would ask that you pause and remember this stream and all of the things that I have said, and think twice before you believe those statements in those text messages. Those are not accurate statements. I did not share any messages between Aiden and Karen to anybody. I did not share any audio. I did not contact Karen Reed or anybody in her family or anybody, no third, fourth, fifth party. I never took an audio. I never shared it. I do not have the audio. I do have a clip of the audio of Karen talking. I could make $1 million and share it right now, and I'm never going to do it because I'm not getting involved in this shit anymore. And also I don't have the whole thing. So out of context, it doesn't work. That's it. So yeah, it must not have reached your algorithm, Lauren. Yeah, it's out there. I got a lot of messages, and then I saw it posted. Somebody sent me the link to the post, and I was like, oh, great. So
Everybody was screenshotting it and they weren't tagging you.
Erin is saying everybody was screenshotting it and nobody was actually tagging me.
That's new. I'm new to Twitter, but even I know that's new.
All right, let's answer some questions, and then we're gonna talk about Sue. It won't be so. Listen, I have no issue with Meredith. I have had no issue with Meredith. All of the things I know about Meredith, about like him breaking up with her and him missing her. I said that one time about how he missed her, and that was who he talked to all the time, but he knew it was best to move. Whatever. Like, I don't have any problem. I would never have even said anything about her except this. Now this fuck you, Meredith. Fuck you. Listen. I'm not a do you know me? Like, I'm not going to allow that. I'm not. And I'm hoping that this is enough. Like, I'm hoping what we're doing here is enough. But if it's not, I'll do plan B. Because I got that. Because we keep some things on reserve. All right. Any questions or anything? He has never said a word about her on his shows. No. But this fucking bitch telling Nikki, Nikki here. M came to me upset about Aiden and Nick, so I tried to console her. She screen recorded our combo and sent it around after she got mad at Flip. I didn't ask for this craziness. So that's the other thing that's wild to me. It's the messages. I'm not sharing them. It's from Meredith. So it is Meredith that screen recorded it and then sent it out to people. It's not even Nikki taking it and sending to other people. It's Meredith screening and then sending it to other people. So she can't even go and be like, oh, I sent that message and I thought it was private. You sent the message and then you screen recorded it and then you sent it out to people. That at least as far as that's what I can see. And I'll take your word for it right there. Meredith is the drama, 100%. Cleverly disguised as the patron saint of Turtle Boy Nation. Someone own up to the shenanigans. Take accountability for things you said about Jess. I don't listen. At this point, it doesn't matter. See, this is my thing. We did this. We talked about it. I'm telling you, I hope the way that I've explained it has added a little depth to this and people are going to get it. And that's it. And again, my thing here is I can't let lies like that exist. Listen, if Aiden like was going to stop talking to me, great. I don't really care that he'll change his mind again. And it must have been hurtful for him to me say, I'm not going to talk to you. I'm going to back away a little bit. If we were friends, that maybe pissed him off too. That's fine too. I also don't know what he tells Meredith because he's probably fucking scared of Meredith because she's crazy. So whatever he says to Meredith, I don't really know. Whatever he can do to keep the crazy at bay, do what you must, sir. No one blames you. I would love to see you and Nurse Kim get along and collab. Listen, I hear you. I see that all the time. I know you guys love the lovies and the besties unite or whatever. There's some people in Nurse Kim's corner, like Jen Altman, that I'm thinking should go fuck themselves. And so I don't want anything to do with those people. Jen Altman is like not crazy, but she's just like not a person I want to ever be around. I'm not saying. Look at Aaron being
Look at somebody else.
evil. No, I can't say that. I can't say that.
Listen.
Don't say it, Aaron.
Let me move. I'm just going to go on record here and just say, like, you guys don't know me well, but I avoid conflict at all costs, right? I'm always like, try to be calm, collected. I got into an argument with somebody at work yesterday, very unlike me. And it kind of like just switched something off in my head. But I'm just sitting here thinking like the one thing that I have to say about it, Jessica's like, I can't say that. So like, I don't know where that puts me in all this, but this is just a weird place to be in. But that's funny because listen, I'm trying over here, guys. I'm trying in the background, but she says we're not allowed to say what I want to say.
Do not say it.
That'll burn everything down. So,
Right.
maybe at the future. Okay, bye.
Stop telling her to say it. She's not saying it.
Oh, no, never.
You can say what you want, but I'm asking you not to say that. That's full scorched earth. We're not doing that. Oh, that'll be clipped and no. It's nothing bad.
Say it with big laugh. and way.
No.
First day.
Yeah. They'll figure it out. They're gonna play it slow. They're gonna just play it in reverse. I was suckered thinking she was good. I'm gonna tell you right now, I had my own opinions. I didn't share them, but when somebody's gonna fucking go and blame me for shit I didn't do, I will take credit for shit I do wrong. But Jess is the bad guy for reading MO's own words. I don't know what that means.
Hey, Monk's here.
Oh, Mr. Monk's understudy. Mean girl adult energy is crazy. I hate that I get classified as mean girl. I'm so not. You must mean Meredith. Your besties know you, Jess, and this coming from someone who I missed it. It scrolled away. Please tell me TB at least changed his password. I had a straight up conversation with that man, and I was like, your besties know you, Jess, and coming from someone who bounced and came back, if you are one thing, it is truthful. Hi, welcome back. Thanks for giving me a shot. Oh. Yeah, and so I hope I never have to get into the world of burner sock accounts, fake profiles. I thought about it a couple times, but I just think there's some crazy characters in this whole situation, and I don't know why we don't admit that. Like, so this is like the Karen Reed situation and the Turtle Boy situation has brought people from all over and all walks of life, and you are never vetted. Like, there are people you've met in person, like Jimmy. I've met Jimmy is as good in person as he is on here. I would think that how I am here is exactly how I am in person. And when we meet people and we have like a conversation or like whatever, fine, right? But there are some people that never, ever, ever, like, you never vet them and you know nothing about them. You don't know about their lives or whatever. Like, and we're just letting crazy in and they're just here. You know what I mean? Like they're here. Crazy's here. And we accept it and we suck it up and we're like, "Oh, this is great." And they're so awesome. And it's like, I don't know, man, but the whole time I've just been like, it's not. They're not great. TB attracts crazy bitches. Jason Broyles white knights the shit out of Meredith. I have never said anything about Jason Broyles. He's the not Haley Walbrecht account. I don't know if I want to go that hard tonight. Maybe we'll do that another day. Next Wednesday, I'm not going to say anything. Hasn't said anything about me. This is how it works. I say nothing. If somebody comes at me, somebody says something, we bring out Act 3. He's a creep. 2.1. We'll just add to it. Hold on, I have it.
Start with a line for one, and then it could be like a 7, and then it could be a.
This one says scene 2, take 1, roll 1. So let's make this scene 2.1. Scene 2.1. Why is he a creep? I'm not getting into that. Anyway, is that good? That's great. I think this worked. Desired effect. Leave me alone. Don't lie about me. And we are good. Jess and Aiden both always have such good shows. There's like a leveled up quality to them, and a raw saw of honesty, just a genuineness, I guess. Thank you. I appreciate. That's a really great compliment. Thank you. Considering I don't know what I'm doing here. I have no idea how to do this. Erin said you don't need to know how to do anything as long as you just tell the truth. I unfollowed him when he talked about Jess. Who talked about me? Do I have to add somebody else to the whiteboard? Who? Who? Aiden is definitely afraid of Meredith. I'm afraid of her, and I don't even know her. I'm afraid of her. No, I'm not. Jen Altman seems like a pain in the ass. Fuck Jen Altman. I'm done with her shit too. The problem about Jen Altman is Jen Altman has somehow like risen to power in this movement, and it's like for evil. It's never for good. Is Erin the cricket on my shoulder? Yes. Like meaning like, do you mean like the good, like my good bad person, like the good person on the side? Ada needs to have people sign a NDA 100%. I'm still vetting whether or not the lawyer you know took a class from Dan Markle or just sat in on his. I don't know. I haven't watched. Who is Jen Altman? No idea. Pinocchio. Yeah. She lives off her boyfriend and acts like she owns property. Who? I fucking hate Jen Altman. She's a whole grown woman version of Regina George. I don't want to go there today. What I love about Jen Altman and like who else? Somebody else did it too. Oh, Michael Crawford did it the other day. They block me. They go, or I block them. They go, they get my stuff, and then they share it. Like listen, if I ever go to Jen Altman, LTL, Jen Altman, Mike, if I go to any of their pages and screenshot something, share it, and then give you like my 2 cents on it, fucking kill me. Just fucking kill me. I hate myself. I would never. Yeah, I don't agree with all Jess says or does, don't like, but I have never detected dishonesty from Jess. I don't have a reason to lie. I just don't have a reason to lie. Mike blocked me. Yeah. Or I blocked Mike. I'm not really. Did that say Mike talked about me again? Oh my God. He'll regret it too. They all do. They all come around. He made, yeah. Oh, that's the new thing. Also, I will never, ever, 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 ever shut my profile down and make you follow me in order to see. Never. That's so ridiculous. Good. I don't know. I unfollowed all these idiots. I blocked them and stuff like that. Also, I don't want to touch it. Lacey's in the chat. Hold on a second. We'll talk about this. How about the neutral Valerie? She's desperate for attention and will take yours, Jess. I don't know who Valerie is. I'm gonna hold on. I want to get criminally confident. There she is. Okay. So she is the person who I went. Erin just said, "Is she a good witch or a bad witch?" Oh, I'm not a witch at all. She is the person who I went on her podcast and it was terrible. And I talked about it and I was like, I would never go on again. And she messaged me and she told me that it was really hard to hear that and that it was very difficult to hear like me say that that's how it went, but that she like used it as like a way to Erin just said, oh, she pulled a Machado. She used it in a way to, I don't want to look off camera because it's, I'll say it in meows and hold on. Meow, 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 meow. She said like she used it as like motivation to like fine tune her craft and get better. And we like messaged back and forth to each other a little bit. And I know I've got a message in there I've got to respond to, but she, so, and you know, it was like, you know, I'm going to be honest with you. I didn't really feel like compelled to message her and say that. I guess I don't consider myself a mentor in any way. If I did consider myself a mentor, then what I would have done is message her and say like, hey, these are all of the things that I really didn't think went well. And like, you really need to do, but like, I was also pretty new in my game too. I didn't have a YouTube channel. So who am I to go and give people like, criticisms or whatever. I shared it because again, I'm very protective of my own brand and my own work. And so, you know, I didn't want somebody to see that and have it reflect like me and who I am and what I do. And so she, meow, meow, meow. And so I'm really proud of her. Doing what I do, which is taking criticism and not letting it take it personally and rebounding from it and just like moving past it and also sticking with it. Like that's the other thing I've done too. Like I don't quit. I don't give up. Like and it pays off because it doesn't matter what happens. I'm fucking crying. Stop it. Don't do that. I think that is that's grit. It's not giving up, but it's also like a confidence that like a lot of these other whores on here don't have where okay, somebody can say something about you, but like you're like, yeah, I'm still going to do this or I still want to do this. And she still wanted to do it. She still believed in herself. She didn't care what a loser like I said about her. And that was it. And so somebody saying like she's interjecting herself into all of this other stuff. So what? Everybody does. Nobody gets a demerit for that. And so I'm just really proud of her. And I know she's going to continue to do what she wants to do and perfect her brand. And that's it. I'm not saying I defend myself, but I really wasn't in a position to be like a mentor or anything like that. So I just, you know, I chose to just share publicly my experience. I haven't listened to anything that she's done since. I think she's tenacious and she should really just keep going. And that's how I feel about that. Just don't call yourself a loser. I have it's imposter syndrome for a long time. I used to have imposter syndrome. When I got hired by Howie Carr, I was like, oh, I am not good enough for this. Turns out I was. All right, what else? Anything else? I feel like I don't want to talk. Let me cross off Meredith off my list. I said 50 Shades of Grey. I've never seen 50 Shades of Grey. We talked about Will Flanagan. We only have Sue left. And then we have an unboxing, and then we got to get out. Let's do a show again one day. Did Jeff ever talk to LTL? No. Why would he need to? Jeff handled that right on here with no problems. We're never going to hear from LTL again. Sue sucks. So Sue is just upset. Corporate journalism. Who made this? God bless Sue. Sue, I like Sue. Sue is a raging left liberal. And I am not. I am a conservative. And we still managed to work side by side. And she perfected her tweet game when she was watching myself. And I've always given credit to Grant. I credit Grant with me tweeting. I watched Grant tweet and I was like, if only he did this, but just told the truth. If only Grant would do this and then just like what he saw type, which he couldn't do. And that is what literally provoked me to going to Aiden's hearings was somebody has to be in the courtroom and go in and say like what's really happening. And it was only because Grant lied when he was tweeting that I actually even did so well, because people were just like, wait, that's she's saying this and Grant's saying that, which is the truth. And then it wasn't long after where people started to figure out that Grant wasn't being honest. And so but I remember when Sue first showed up to one of the first hearings, she had a piece of paper. She wasn't tweeting, she wasn't doing anything. And so I like Sue. She's always been nice to me. She's always been kind to me, and occasionally we will text each other. Like I saw, like thought she was sick, and I messaged her 49 minutes till 10 p.m. Now anxiety. I get the anxiety. But I'm sensing there's a rift going on here with Sue and like the independent journalists that are out there. So if you don't know, the Boston Herald did a piece on me earlier this year. Me, John Featherston, not Jack Gately, Anti-Woo Coalition, which is now Mass Live Daily or Mass Daily Live, whichever it is. And it was just talking about like mainstream media and now like these independent journalists who have kind of like carved out a niche and are making a name for themselves. And I was it's a highlight of my life to be included in that, just so you know, that the Boston Herald named me, called me, I got quoted, Boston Herald, and, you know, asked me about what I was doing. And just greatest thing ever. I have it at my house. Like I just couldn't believe. I have the paper version of it. It's here. Is that it right there?
No, it's colors.
What is that?
Wait, yeah.
That is it. I have it framed. My kids framed it for me for Mother's Day, I think. Is that say?
Yeah.
Is it?
Yeah, I'm just used to seeing the color version. Just careful for the lights because it's going to be glaring.
It's a golden age for conservative influencers en masse. This is where it all started for Sue. If you keep going, it says conservative pundits and right-leaning journalists are experiencing a golden age in Massachusetts with President Donald Trump back in the White House and the billions in taxpayer dollars spent on state-run shelter system serving as easy fodder for content. And then if you scroll through, talked about Bostonians. And then it says other conservative pundits and journalists have also found themselves with a larger following on social media and other platforms like Substack. It is a position that gives them a bigger platform to shape people's perception of Massachusetts. Jessica Machado, the chair of the Somerset Republican Town Committee and former reporter at the Fall River Reporter, has amassed more than 22,300. I've doubled that number since then. That's crazy. I didn't really think about that. Yum, 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 yum. Yum, yum. Has amassed more than 22,000 followers on X and said she would, quote, rather die than vote Democrat. Her recent posts have largely focused on Massachusetts emergency assistance shelters, a taxpayer-funded system that has come to house thousands of homeless families with children and pregnant women, including newly arrived migrants. Machado said her X account has grown each time she has released something related to the migrants or, quote, political corruption. Quote, my X account compared to last year is drastic. Many of my posts and works are shared by other big accounts, which add to my viewership. Legacy media simply isn't doing the work to uncover the truth about our government here in Massachusetts. This is where people like meow, meow, meow. This is where people like Sue, who work for NBC, are struggling because Sue has to do TikToks. NBC made Sue do TikToks. Get on TikTok, Sue. Do these little things, which, by the way, are great. I think she does a great job. I would never go on TikTok. I struggle with the Reels thing, but it gets the views, and she gets paid no matter what. But I think this is where it started. People started to identify, and listen, all of this other drama stuff tonight, it is what it is. But like this I got here from work, hard work. writing stories, breaking stories, investigating shit nobody else in mainstream media would do. Can I just tell you when things really changed for me, just so we're all at the same page? And and this is how I feel. Like Sue's got an issue with like Bostonians, which is now Mass Live Daily, and she's like, "How do we know that this isn't like? How are you funded, or is this not me?" Or but well, I'm telling everybody right here, I have met the person behind Bostonians or Live Daily. Erin has actually met the person behind it, and I 100% can tell you it is not Sue. It is not a political operative. I can just tell you that it is a person who genuinely just started an account to share about what was going on in Boston, and it is literally turned into, I think, like a mission to like expand on that type of like journalism. And none of us are formally trained, but I don't think anybody wants that. And I'm going to tell you why. The Hunter Biden laptop situation is real. Okay. Just so everybody knows, like Hunter Biden's laptop is real. And I remember it was just before the election, maybe a couple weeks before. I was on X, right? So this is like the 2020 election. I was on X and somebody posted a clip of something from the Hunter Biden laptop, right? And I couldn't believe it, but on X, somebody posted a link to a hard drive of everything on Hunter Biden's laptop. And I was in my bed and I clicked on it and I was like, this is all real. This is all real. The diary entries of it, it's all real. And I left that site and I went over to mainstream media. Twitter 1.0. Like I looked and nobody was talking about it. Nobody was talking about it. And now since then we've learned that Mark Zuckerberg pushed all that stuff down. Nobody was going to get it. Nobody was going to see it. And that is literally when all of my childhood memories of Tom Brokaw on NBC Nightly News, listening to his voice in my room when I was grounded by Greg, and listening to his voice or listening to him like make announcements about like, Operation Desert Storm. That's where everything died. And I was just like, I have been fucking lied to. I can't trust them. And that's it. You can't trust them. And so I'm just going to tell you, like, I don't know about everything else. I don't know about all of this independent journalism shit, but I'm just going to tell you that I don't trust mainstream media anymore after that, because I'm going to tell you the Biden laptop shit was real. And if that stuff had made it to mainstream media, if that had made it into the hands of my mother, who was on her phone, my mother would have voted for Trump, or she wouldn't have voted for Biden. And that would have changed the election. And it was deliberately done to impact the election, and mainstream media is 100% responsible for that. And what to me the problem I have is Sue is such a nice person and a great mom, and I think a good friend and a hard worker. How she can sell her soul to work for a company that lies to the American people is crazy. And how someone like me, who works for nobody, who has to scrape and hustle every day, who sometimes does work and writes stories that never pay me a dime, how they can look down at us like there's something wrong with us when you're attached to a company that deliberately withheld information that would have made a difference in how people vote is crazy to me. Because I don't go after Sue and say, like, how dare you, Sue? Like, you're better than, like, I'm saying it now again, because, coming after independent journalists, I'm the definition of don't poke the bear. Like, don't say anything about us or me or my friend who has worked very hard on Mass Live Daily or Mass Daily Live or whatever it is. Don't do that. You know what I mean? It's not right. Because while sometimes do I pick things that I think highlight corruption with the Democrats? Sure. Do I pick things that, I think Republicans would agree with? Sure. But it's nowhere else. You could have 10 of me and you would never be able to combat the left mainstream media. So I don't have a problem with like doing God's work here and cranking out a little story here or there, and that's it. And I know the reason why. First of all, on a personal level, Sue may not like this, because I'm going to tell you something. It makes a difference, because down here where I am in Bristol County, the work I did for Fall River Reporter actually impacted elections, and we voted out Democrats and we elected Republicans. And so I know you probably on a personal level don't want us to get bigger, because it will change things for how things are in Massachusetts. But my goal always is to continue to do this work. I pray one day somebody just comes over and says, I'm going to finance this operation you've got going here. Hire Erin, hire some people, hire a bunch of people to sift through my public records requests. Let's go in a car, because that's like the real journalism shit. We go in, listen, somebody messaged me and said they were migrants at a hotel and blah, 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 blah. And I got in my fucking car and I drove there so fast. Turns out it was a church group. And somebody had it wrong, but still, it's what I do. Well, Erin and I took our show on the road and we went to Cosmopolitan after Will had been stabbed to just kind of like go see what's going on. And we recognized right away we were not equipped. We need a bag. We need a face. That video of me that's on here. Oh my God. I look like, first of all, I couldn't see myself. So I was just like blindly going like this. And it's just like, it's the worst. It's all my chins, which are very attractive. We didn't have we need a ring light, we need a stand, and here's Channel 10 on the side of me. And they go, was somebody stabbed? No, bestie. Everybody's fine. There's nothing. Go on. You're good. Go back to the studio. I'm going to get in my car and we're going to go drive somewhere. Be right back. So I don't know what's up Sue's ass right now, to be honest with you. She just seems jealous and miserable. And I don't know, like maybe NBC is giving her a hard time and be like, okay, the Karen Reed shit is dried up. But here's the thing. Here's a novel idea. Cover fucking Aiden's case. They won't do it. They won't do it. Go cover Aiden's shit. What a great fucking story. Charges dropped. I will tell you, that happened to me. I'm not making it about me. But when I was charged with violating a restraining order and I was arraigned and I was out on bail, which I say now and it gives me such street cred. But back then I was a pussy bitch about it and crying all the time. I was scared.
But you had a right to be scared.
I thought I was going to jail. I kept saying I could do it. I could do 60 days.
Oh, God, I could never.
Can you imagine what I would do in jail? It's all women, right? I'd be with all women. We would literally hold, while Erin's talking to, if I couldn't stay in the hotel in Portsmouth, I probably wouldn't be able to do 30 or 60 days at Bristol County House of Correction. But I feel like my charming personality would be able to definitely gather all the besties and we could do some creative shit. I don't really know. Anyway, I forgot where I was going with this. So I don't know what's wrong with Sue. It's maybe NBC is giving her a hard time, but they should cover Aiden shit. It's a I know where I was going with this. The day that how do you say it? All the true crime people, Noel Prosecchi or Prosecco. What's the term when they basically say they're dropping the charges? Somebody drop it in the chat. What is it? How is it? Say the words. Somebody will say it. I don't know it's Noel something. Oh, now nobody has anything to say. The chat's usually going a mile a minute. When the Commonwealth chooses to not proceed with the charges against Noel whatever.
Oh, something's called.
It's called something. So that's what my case was. And the day that I was in the courtroom and I heard the ADA say that they were going to issue that Noel whatever, and I was not going to move forward, I lost my shit and I started crying. We all know what it means. Noel Prosse, Lepprosse. I don't know. Let's say it in cat language. Meow, meow, meow. There's nothing to explain it. So I can't imagine how Aiden was feeling when he got the news. It's validation, relief, anger. It's a lot of emotions all in one. I can tell you that.
Can I ask a dumb question?
Erin wants to ask a question.
The time that he did in jail, was that because of this? And now that they've dropped all these charges. So
For nothing.
I just wanted to make sure I was understanding that. So that's crazy, right? What happens to like the innocent until proven guilty thing? I mean,
A restraining order.
But was it? You know what I mean?
Well,
It
just
wasn't.
Never should have happened.
Well, that's what I'm
Correct.
saying. So it wasn't. So it wasn't innocent until proven guilty.
Correct.
Okay, just making sure I'm following. So I hope he's gonna do something about that. Because can you imagine in jail for 60 days for not, for something that turned out to be nothing at the
Same
end?
thing when Shauna would go in.
Yeah, I know. Well, that's why I said you had a right to be scared. Because that was getting crazy too, but this is just all that time and all the things that have happened after, and like everybody's saying, all the costs, the fees and the time and the stress, like you can't get that back
was
for
on-
something that was
He was
dropped.
on bail.
Yeah, but if he
But it was-
wasn't
he was
guilty
on-
of those
He
charges,
should have never had his bail revoked. He shouldn't have, correct.
okay.
It is crazy. You know what I said to him though? I texted him when I found out and I said, you know what? They got you for 60 days, but you got unlimited credibility now going forward. Unlimited credibility. Like unlimited. First of all, everybody here, I'm assuming all of you except all of the trolls, you 100% knew it was all a sham. You knew what it was all about. But for everybody else, like my mom or my sister, TT, who doesn't really follow it, Jeff even, that's going to resonate that with them that he literally didn't get prosecuted for this and they dropped it. You know what I mean? Like, and it's not on a technicality because if there was a serious egregious crime here, the public would never let them drop this. You know what I mean? Although cases are getting dropped every day in Massachusetts because they don't have enough of prosecutors for, you know what I mean, which is crazy, but I don't know. It's just the thing here is like, you know, when you have people in power, people who are elected officials, people who are police officers, leveraging the courts to go after someone who disagrees or is a activist, it's crazy. So somebody's been following pre-Gen Do, so yeah. Yeah. I followed him before he wrote about me. That was 5 years ago already. All right. I think we covered everything. Sue, just go independent. Sell some merch, Sue. Put your face on a hoodie. Want to do an unboxing and then we can read some comments and then we can go? People spend months and years waiting for charges to go. It's the comment. Yeah. Right after. Yeah.
Can you acknowledge this because this person keeps fucking, this comment has popped up 10,000 times. That's all.
Jeff is never in a bad mood. Okay, well, I
There's
will.
100 of these comments.
You keep writing that Jeff is never. Of course he is. What do you mean? Jeff wakes up in a bad mood. He bangs things loud. He's loud and he bangs things. I know what this is. I have one item. I know what this is. I don't know if the bestie wants me to say their name, but a bestie. She didn't talk shit about me, but we were getting back and forth in it today because she's going after Mass Daily Live or Bostonians Against Mayor Will, and basically calling them an op or whatever and blah, 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 blah. And how do you know that they're not funded by whatever? You know what I mean? Like that whole kind of thing. I touched on this a little bit in regards to like the political candidates, Brian Shortsleeve and Mike Keneally, who are running for governor. They were the only two candidates when I started this show. They advertise here. I don't endorse either one of them. I am going to be publicly endorsing one of them, but I will not be taking money from any of them anymore. And it wasn't a lot of money. It was peanuts. I finally got the money. Well, technically not really. Oh my God, what is happening? I got it. I didn't realize that. I know what it is. We're flipping it.
This one says, careful for your address in the box. We just give it out. Does anybody say?
I can see them already. I know what it is. Not birdseed. Oh, it's all Rhode Island things. Block Island, Bristol, Newport, Watch Hill, Narragansett, Wickford, Providence. I see them. Jess, enjoy the CDs. Thanks for all you do. Her name is Rhodey Chick on here.
We're gonna need to crack open those for the special secret songs.
She messaged me and she said,
I thought you were just getting one.
I didn't know I was getting them all either.
Holy bananas, this is fantastic. Hold them up. Cute.
I'm gifting them to you.
No.
They're for you.
We're gonna
They're for you.
Can you,
They're for you.
Elizabeth, you know, original, oh, so this is the voice memo.
They have extras and things on them. This is a wonderful
Oh, this is the
gift.
cabaret one.
Oh.
Think about feeling that acoustic version.
What?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. We'll trade.
Fate of Ophelia acoustic version on that one. Taylor Swift So Glamorous Cabaret version.
One of my acoustic version, eldest daughter acoustic.
I give them to you. No one loves Taylor more. You just share with me the things. Thank you, Bestie, for a wonderful gift. This is very
Life of a Showgirl version. I don't know
I
that. Opalite acoustic.
Opalite acoustic. We're bringing a CD in. I have one at home. We'll bring it in. It's a portable one. Yeah. You can open them and thank you, Bestie.
Yes, the acoustics. Yes.
The acoustics, yes.
It's like
Go ahead.
I don't know if we have any other Crazy Eras Tour fans in here, but that's what I did for like 2 years straight. When my daughter would go to her dad's on the weekend, I would just, come home on Friday and get high and eat my stuff on the couch, depending on where she was playing in the world, and just throw in there. I mean, I wouldn't like watch every second of it, depending what was on TV, but I would always tune in for the acoustic set for the surprise songs, and it was they were incredible. And I think that's what she said in doing that. Like, she liked what it did to her brain, like learning how to do songs like different ways, or like, try to change them and do things differently. So I'm glad that she put some of these on here, because I can't wait. The only one I've heard is that Cabaret of Elizabeth Taylor. So sorry, Swifties. I mean, sorry for the non-Swifties.
Can
That's all.
I, in the whole thing of music, can I just say something? So that song, Man That I Need, gave you the time and the place. The Man I Need song. Do you all know that song? It's by Olivia Dean. So come be the man I can't. I'm tone deaf. Hold on, I play it for you. You hear it for 1 second. We won't play it. You know the song.
no.
Oh, wait, was that her friend Lily? I put this one on the screen. Is it the little girl Lily that was watching the TV and said, "It's my friend"? Hey, you're gonna get demonetized.
All right, you know
I
that
never
song?
muted so fast, but no, I'll have to listen to it more.
All right, so that song, do you guys know that song, Man That I Need or whatever? That girl has another song and it's called So Easy to Fall in Love. That is a better song than that song. So go listen to that. But what I was going to say is, for the first time in a very, very long time, every single song I have been listening to, whether it's Olivia Dean, whether it is this song, Sally by Role Model, whether it's Taylor Swift, whether I am dancing in my car all the time. All the time. I have to pee. Erin, take over. It is.
Hi, friends. No pressure. Is that the volume on? Okay, no. Okay. Hi, guys.
Sorry, I've been moving it.
That's okay. I didn't know. I was just surprised. You scared me. What do we want to talk about? While Jess is gone for a second, you want me to tell you what I was going to say before? See if she runs back down the hall, if she can hear me. I got a new car. We got anybody here invested in that story? I don't have any pictures that I'm like ready to share yet because I haven't, well, let's see. We'll see if I can put this on. We're not really feeling it today though. So, look, I even wore it. It's like I knew. Got a new car. It's red. It's newer. It's like kind of like the one that I had. Had to get a couple of things checked out on it. And that's that. Came back today much better. And that's it. I'm still, I don't know, is it weird that I'm not excited about it all the way? What flavor did I get? A 330i. It's a 2022 330i. I'm still really sad about my other car. I feel like it's really weird to be that, I don't know. It's like I should be excited that I got a new one, but I also just signed on for like 5 more years of bigger payments, you know? I make a little bit more money at this job that I have now. And I just feel like, you know, we were saying earlier, I do sneakers, I get my hair done, and I like to drive my car. And that's about it. So I didn't really mind like spending a little bit more on a fun one that was like newer because I need it to last forever because my last one was supposed to last forever. Why can't I get this? So I feel like it's going to take some time for me to, I don't know. I almost feel like I'm mad at it I don't know what the word is. Like it's not my new car's fault. You know what I mean? That my old car got smushed. But I'm just like, I still expect to open my door and see my car in my garage. So, I don't know, but it's fun. Let me see. Do I have any pictures here? Quick. It's red. I got to get the windows tinted so it looks all the way mean.
You're talking about the car?
Yeah. I didn't know what else to talk about for a minute. Can we see? Hold on. I don't know if we can see that. So I don't love the red, but I also don't hate the red. The car that I was borrowing from somebody was red for a couple of weeks. And then I hate it and I hated it. But then after like having the red car for a couple of weeks, all the other colors just look so blah. Like the white, hey, I don't want to hear myself. She's listening. So I couldn't like, I'll never get like blue or green or anything like that. I wanted like the matte gray, like that Baltic gray, I think it's called. But it's like a $10,000 custom paint job. So we might look into wrapping it. I'm unsure, but I did see some pics online of same car, but similar. And look, the windows are all tinted and it looks really mean. And I feel like that fits much better. So I'm going to get the windows all smoked out and get some, I think, new mirror caps because I really miss the black mirrors I had in my old car. It's like a little homage to my other car. And that's that. Radio's good. It's got really cool like interior lights. And where is it? Where I have the little picture of that one. Where did it go? Yeah, like you can turn the, what do they call it? Like ambient lights on. So that's what it looks like when I drive around at night. Can you see? It's got like fun lights on the inside. How much is it to wrap a car? It's going to be too much. I have no idea.
What's wrap a car mean?
Like instead of painting it, it's like a shrink wrap
Oh,
kind of, but you can get, you know, like colors or like patterns or whatever. Yeah, it's weird. Oh yeah. Oh yes. Melanie, my Instagram friend. Hi, Melanie. The lighting, it's such a random feature that I don't want to say like it sold me on it, but it was like a nifty little like treat. It was like a little bonus. You hate that gray color. It looks like undercoat. Oh no, I love it. It's like that creamy like gray. Oh, I don't know. I really like that one.
criminally confident. Lacey is saying like I buy it and I just keep it period. Like me too. I don't care about cars.
For what?
Not the way Aaron cares about cars.
Well, so that's what I was just saying. I don't do much, right? You know what I mean? Like I'm not young. I don't go out. I love my cars. I started like, not that I always liked cars. I'm not like a car girl, but I like to drive in nice cars. I like, what's so funny? What are you laughing at? Is this what I do to you all the time when I laugh in the comments? Maybe red will be more noticeable when big ass trucks are pulling up. We were too small. We were just too small. That gray looks like dirty. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know why. I liked it. So yeah, I don't like the red, but it is what it is. I was on a time crunch and I literally bought it in like 2 text messages. So I got to work with what I got. The wheels are great. So I think the tint will, it's like the shadow trim one, the shadow trim line, I guess. So like, you know, the trim is like glossy black. So I think Tint will make it look better. But yeah, like I drive to work every day and I drive home. So I think it's worth it, you know? Get something, red cars go faster, exactly. I like to be able to, I don't know. My mom, like they never used to have nice cars. She used to have like a little Mazda. She had a Supra. They used to have like a van. But then as they got older, like she got one Lexus, she got another Lexus. My grandfather always had like the big Mercedes with like the big trunk. I don't know. I like, oh,
Pick up your laptop. Fuck!
for those of you at home, man down. Fridge cigarette all over my new Taylor Swift CDs. Hold on, can we see? I don't think we can. I don't know how to say that.
Erin.
This is why we can't have nice things. So anyway, yeah, the car, that's the car. I like the car. Maybe, you know, another time we can show it. I don't know. I like things that are comfortable. And I like cars to be fast. So I want to just I don't know. Listen, I drove with Jessica coming home from Cosmo the other night. She was going less than 25 miles an hour on the road. 25. She wasn't even doing 25. Yeah, I need to push the gas and go. I need to throw it into sport mode, and I need to push the gas, and I need to fucking go. When I went to my first car was a Nissan 240. I don't know if we've like gone through that. I used to have a dirt bike when Terminator 2 came out back in 5th grade.
Jeff's first car was a Nissan Sentra.
Was it? Oh no, not a Sentra. It was 240. It was the same
But it
car
was
that.
red.
Ew, red. Yeah, I mean it is what it is. I'm gonna make it work.
You couldn't make my $30,000 car.
It was Terminator 2, that opening scene, right, where he's ripping around on his dirt bike with his pal. And I saw it and I was just like enthralled. And that was it. I told my dad, I was like, I want a dirt bike. So they went and they found me an old used one. Sorry, I'm too far away from the mic.
Another movie I have never seen.
Terminator 2?
No.
Have you ever seen the original Terminator? Oh my God. And then that was it. So there, I don't know. I used to drive home like from the neighbor's house, you know, when we would go to dinner at my neighbor's house. I was like 8 years old. My parents used to let me drive home. An Eclipse, no, but that's what I wanted for my first car. I wanted a black Spider convertible. But they wound up getting that 240. It was the same car that Letty had in Fast and the Furious. She had a maroon one, but mine was white. And that was it. I've had a bunch of cars, but I don't know. I like to drive fast. I like the fun things. That's about the only fun thing that I like to do. So I don't mind, you know, it's all I do. I don't mind spending it. Oh my God. Diet Coke. Look at it. It's
I'll let you handle these at home.
It's all over it. Oh my God, it's all over it.
I am sorry.
It's all over it. Look
I
at this.
know.
So yeah, we got a new car. How did I fill the bathroom break? Is that enough? I got a red car. We're gonna fix it. We're gonna make it look mean. That's the only way I can justify it. But am I too old? Right? Am I too old to like tint my windows on my car? I don't know, but I think it needs it. That's that. I haven't had tinted windows in years. I mean, I haven't had that since I was little, like not little, but like, I don't know, 15, 16. I think that was the last car that I had tinted windows on. But I think it's going to look good. I just got to roll with it.
It's a wonder we're friends, to be honest with you.
We're very opposite.
She's very much like Jeff.
We're exactly the same.
You and Jeff.
Yeah. Yes, we are. Yeah. So let's see. Did I miss any? Pay off my car and give it to my daughter. Listen, this was Lauren. That was the plan with the white car. Well, actually, my daughter doesn't want that. She wants her dad's like a car guy, like Volkswagen, little like Volkswagen car rat. But it was going to be paid off soon, and I just wanted that car to last forever. But you know, it is what it is. Let me see, what else did I miss in this last 15 minutes of mumbling? Am I still mourning the loss of my other car? For sure, I'm going to forever. Didn't love this one yet. It's gonna grow. I know it's gonna grow on me. It's just very different. I don't know anybody that like is into cars. Like my other car was 2015. It was old, but it was like the perfect balance of like technology and like not technology. That's just I just miss it. I miss the inside. Like the setup of it was perfect. It was like smooth, but there wasn't like a lot of, I don't know how to explain this one. There's like a lot of body in this car. Does that make sense? Like, you know, the other car, like the console was here, the doors were here. This one, like the door and the door panel come out like so far. And like the middle console is just a lot. There's just like a lot of stuff. My other car, like it wasn't boxy. It had nice like big and soft seats and stuff, but there was like room. I just feel like I don't know how to explain it. There's like a lot of car in here. So I feel like I'm in like I don't know. But then I have to remind myself it's pretty new and it's like a big fat machine. So I don't know. We'll get there, I guess. There's a lot of buttons. There's a lot of shit. I don't know. It's a lot, but we'll get there. I haven't taken a gummy yet. Maybe I should right now. I'll catch up on comments. You guys want Jessica back? No, she's here.
Oh,
She's
we're
cleaned up
done.
the mess. Okay,
I didn't
I'll
mean
leave.
to do that.
Jessica's back.
I didn't mean to do it. We're done. I think that's it. We're done. Sorry. I don't have my glasses on, and when I'm looking at a screen, so like I'm short, you know what I mean? And I ran up to go to the bathroom. So my vision was like blurry because I didn't have my glasses on and I was looking at the screen. So when I came over here, everything was kind of blurry. I literally didn't see. I didn't put my glasses on. We aren't going to get locked in. We are early compared to the last time we did this. And so many people were like, do not ever live stream on your way home again. Don't do that. I don't have no emotional attachments to cars.
Oh, I have so much.
Erin and
So much. I have so much emotional attachment. All my other cars too, like I always miss them, like trading them in. I don't know why. Like, just a weird thing. I'm like, I don't know what kind of symptom of my ADD or anything that is, but like emotional attachment to objects. But the cars, like just that white one, it was just so good to me. I just got really lucky with that car. It was perfect.
she did say we were not going to talk about this.
Yeah.
But
I was opening CDs. I said,
I meant because I don't want you to get upset about it.
Yeah,
Like,
it is what it is. It is, there's nothing I can do. So here we are. But I do, yes, emotional attachment to my other one. It was very good to me. And I got really lucky with it. And I just loved it. It was perfect. Everything about it was perfect. I love how it looked. I loved how it drove. And it wasn't too new that I wasn't like super, I don't know. It was just all of the things. And now I have this monster, like it's just a lot. It's a lot of like the body work of the car. I don't know what you would call that. We were my mechanic people after hours. Are you in this chat? Like, what do you call that? Like the last one, like the doors closed and the door was here, and the console, like there was room to move my arms. Like this one, I can't really like move in it because like the console is here and like it comes everything smooth and there's like stuff everywhere. There's a lot of buttons. There's a lot of settings. There's a relaxing setting and there's like an invigorating setting where it turns your car into a jungle with like jungle music and like a cool breeze and it puts it into sport mode. So you can like drive fast and be like like on your way to work in the morning. And then there's like it's called calming car, I believe. And it's like warmer air and like softer noises. And it like puts you like you're out in the desert with like the ambient lighting goes to like reds. So I don't know. It's just a lot of unnecessary things. So it's great. It's going to be great. It's going to be great. Is that what we're going to say? It's going to be great. It's going to be great. It's not my old one, but we'll get there. We'll get there.
I said I'm ready to go home. And we'll be back on Saturday. And we're still going to try to figure out if we can do a third show, which is like a political show. But we have a lot of things we have to talk about on Saturday, like newsy, politically stuff. Look and see if the CD has a signature.
She said, didn't you see that on the behind the scenes of the documentary? She went home after every Everest tour.
Oh, yeah.
She signed 2,000 CDs and then.
No.
Paper sign ones.
No.
Negative.
I would say right now, if I have to go now, rank them again, now that it's been 2 weeks, I would say the number one song I'm listening to most often
Taylor.
is
Elizabeth Taylor.
Father Figure,
Well,
Wish List, Opalite, Fate of Ophelia, Elizabeth Taylor, Honey, Ruin the
Honey's-
Friendship, Eldest Daughter, Life of a Showgirl's Last.
Expensive date. Oh gosh, was that me? I hope that wasn't me. I'm not an expensive date.
Wish list is good. I can't wait to hear the acoustic version of it.
Honey, great. Elizabeth Taylor, great. Wish list, great. I don't know, but that's okay. Am I? Oh, I think I am. I don't know if that one is. It changes every day. I actually put on Tortured Poets today because I needed something else.
Somebody just said I need to get Lindsay or Grant on my show. I have a restraining order against Grant. So the answer to that is no.
Although I saw before somebody said he admitted that Aiden was right.
I will say
Is that
I'm no
correct?
longer blocked by Grant because his posts keep popping up in my feed. So at some point he had me blocked and now I'm not blocked anymore. I don't interact with him. Again, everybody is fine until they start fucking with me and then it's a problem. But that restraining order is still in place, so I will not. I shot my shot with Lindsay. I sent her a message. I said I wanted to talk to her and ask her some questions. I get a lot of shit on here about doing the Kate Peter interviews. The one guy, I was up. I very rarely go back and forth with someone. If you go on my post from yesterday, I said something about like, I don't know, there was a guy that was going back and forth with me and he's like, you sold out your friendship with Aiden for 10,000 views with your interview with Kate Peter. And it's like, dude, get off my dick. Like, I don't know what to tell you. What do you do? Who are you going to have on your first YouTube show? You know what I mean? Like, I don't even know what, stop telling me what to do. I don't tell other people what to do for their shows. I would never. I was on a show and I didn't think it went well. I didn't even tell them. Like, I don't tell people what to do. No thanks. So don't tell me what to do. Do you not know? We have to hang these signs that say don't tell me what to do, the neon signs. Okay, that it?
Yeah, we got to go.
We gotta go.
We got
To go. We got to go, Joe. Although I bet I could probably just fucking push a button in my car and like put on YouTube. And we could probably fucking just
We'll
go.
be back on Saturday morning, 9:00. I have a little hood in her. What do you mean?
Are we gonna get gangster?
I'm not. If I ever have a real problem, I call TT. TT handles it. TT's the fist.
6 minutes. Okay.
We gotta
This
go.
person is very funny. I don't
Thank you,
appreciate that.
besties, for joining me. I missed you guys. I'm glad we could have this session. Meredith, leave me alone. Stop lying about me, and everything will go back to normal. We'll just go back to our regular programming. Leave it as is. Stop doing that. Everything will be fine. Okay, bye, besties.
You know, it didn't go with the merch. The new Jeffy's besties.
Oh my God.